Well, hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, with the emphasis on the morning. It is very early. Very, very early indeed. Oh. How are we all doing, folks? Hopefully you're having a lovely day. All is well in your multiverse, much like I hope it is in mine. Hopefully, we are ready for a brand new season. Season reset on the horizon within the next, I don't know, 20 seconds or so, truth be told. And it will be time for us to get things started with a little bit of MODOK. Brand new season pass cards, brand new shiny nonsense. And looking forward to playing some decks, looking forward to seeing if the card's any good, looking forward to seeing exactly what it has in the holster. There we go. Welcome to the new time zone. Why can I taste colors and smell sounds? This is terrible. Okay. There we go. Just finished dinner. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm over here, like, dying. And not full of food. It's all good, Anna. It's all good. Into the Quantum Realm is live and active. Discover the mysteries of the Quantum Realm and MODOK with the new Season Pass card. Check it out. Don't mind if I do. Oh, look. It wants me to buy it. I guess we can do that. So bear with me, folks, while I do the most fun part of Marvel Snap, the credit card. It is always going to be the best card in the game. Half asleep, but like last season. Sorry for the win, nice. Oh, we need some deck guides. We'll do plenty of deck guides, yeah. We'll have plenty of news around MODOK once we actually know what it does and how it works. Like, you know, we obviously know what it does, but like, you know what I mean. Like how good it is, where it belongs, that kind of stuff. But it takes time, which is why I'm up at such an ungodly hour to try and figure out some of that. Mostly so that you don't have to. Because that is what they pay me for. So, just ironing out the details, getting some funds added to my account, and getting the passport, and then we'll get ourselves underway. And get some games going with the big head. The level 25 card back, take a look in a second, I'm sure. I'm stuck on a loading screen right now, so hopefully we're all good. I may have crashed something. If you are joining me nice and early, folks, there's one thing you can do for me while we get this stuff sorted and ready to go. Just like the stream. Just go and press the thumb for me. You'll be doing me a massive favor in helping us reach more people, help the content not suck, all that kind of stuff. It really does indeed help us out. So please consider doing exactly that while you're here. Alternatively, if you haven't subscribed already, you can do that too. That would also be cool. Why do I have such a long loading screen? I always get like really concerned when there was an error completing this purchase. Okay. Well, let's try that again. Invalid schema state. What does that mean? Okay. I guess we'll restart Marvel Snap and try again. Because I have no idea what an invalid schema state is. Snap the like button already, very nice. Game down for anyone else. Unable to... Oh my god. Okay, I think we're back. The Mr. Negative bundle is up for me. Oh, guys, my variant shop is insane. But I can't afford any of them. Which is problematic. Something went wrong. Try in a few minutes. Oh no. Oh dear. So you're telling me I am awake for no reason. That's concerning. Oh, we need to move away from that again. We will try to buy this again and see if this works. Keep getting kicked out, having problems connecting. This is... Look at the variant shop. I'll show you in a second. Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can actually get a season passport first. But do we live in a simulation? Apparently, yeah. Trying on my phone doesn't really do me a lot of good because I'm trying to be live to you guys. Okay, I have a season pass. I have a season pass. So I did restart the client. We've gained a Modoc. He's here. We have that. So yeah, look at this shop, by the way. Hang on. Look at this. We've got Venomized Hela in the shop, which is nuts. Baby Doctor Doom. This variant of Enchantress, which is S tier. Good variant of Enchantress. The spinning wheel variant of Wolfsbane, which is dope. The nullified Black Widow, which I really, really want. But goddamn is it expensive. And then this cool-ass hazmat where her head's just exploding. What a shop. What a shop. Have the bundles changed? No, this looks right to me. This is what we expected. So we have a Modoc. You may also notice my very sad shop. I will buy Helicarrier at some point tonight. Because I want to play with it with Modoc. Currently, however, I am 100 tokens away. So I have to wait. But, hopefully, we can get some decks built now. We've got a few things to work with here. Let's get the head into all of them. Modoc ramp only needs the head. The chain gun is the one that needs the Helicarrier, so that's probably going to have to wait until a little bit later. This one needs the big head. And this one also needs the big head. Cool. Yeah, that's a heck of a shop. Only 20 gold, yeah, indeed. I was trying to get to Helicarrier before the stream so that I could play it immediately, and I failed. Second game mid was Weird World, dude. That's awful. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna start here. This is the deck that I'm most excited for that I can currently play. Is good old Lockjaw discard with the head. So I'm gonna start here. And we'll see if we can't actually get some games underway. Now the client has let me buy my stuff, because buying stuff is important. Can I get my free gold now? Can I do that while I'm here? I can. Okay, looks like we might be okay. All right. First ever Modoc game. Let's go. Excuse me. All right, let's try and do the thing. We of course draw Hela the first time that we do this, which is fine actually. This deck can do that and be mostly okay with it. Yeah, Matt, I think she is quite important for most of the Modoc decks. The question is like how important, truth be told. Like I don't know whether or not this deck is just like fine without her, because this is definitely the deck where she's at her worst. Like, she is not required for Lockjaw discard for the most part. It's just like, is she good enough now to kind of just high roll when it matters, you know? Real shame that we already have her in hand here, to be honest. But I guess we're supposed to do the hopefully draw Apocalypse thing. Kind of waves me. It's pretty crap. No APOC here is really kind of unfortunate because we can't set up this Dracula the way that we want to. Pretty sure we are supposed to still do this. Hopefully we draw the APOC. Opponent with this nice gold-backed vision. Nice. We do draw the APOC. Alright. It's time. Oh, look at that. Okay, so animation. He's got a jet under his ass. Look at it. Anywho, but let's play the brain. Opponent Professor X is sure. Dude! That animation is so cool! What the fuck? Sorry, pardon my language. That's incredible. What a cool animation. Just it lasers my whole damn hand away. Good start. Modoc, game number 1, just up and away. That's cool. That's very, very cool. Let's keep it up. That animation is badass, I agree. That is pretty swish. Very nice. Happy to see the animation budget for Thanos went somewhere important. Alright. So the Dracula being hit here kind of sucks. It's not the end of the world, but it's not great. Limbo helps quite a bit, I think. It's nothing great for Colleen here. I guess we're just going to have to Sword Master for stats reasons. Don't really have an awful lot else going on. Opponent with the Zabu. Are nerfs live, by the way? So we do lose the Drac, which kind of sucks. So nerfs are not live. Zabu still currently exists. Okay. Good to know. Can't update the game yet? That's really unfortunate. Sorry to hear. Oh, that's such a gnarly Scorpion. My Swarm's just getting ruined. So am I just supposed to slam the brain here? Whether the nerfs go live? No idea, yeah. No idea. I assumed they'd go live at the same time, but apparently not. So we can play into the Vault on turn 7, right? So I think we do this. Okay, that sucks. Hoping to not draw the Hela here. Which we don't do because we have to draw the Chavez, which is fine. So we just go... spin the brain, try and Lockjaw our way into a Hela. I think that's where we are. Opponent snap is fine. Opponent will wave, sure. So I guess we are just shit out of luck here, right? Because our swarms just cost 4. Oh, we drew the Hela too. Look at how insane this would have been. The wave. The wave sucks so bad. That being said, this might still just be good enough. Yeah, fuck it. Let's find out. This is like an America Chavez in here, right? It can't be that bad. Look at this. My hand. It's full of swarms. We even hit a Dracula for our trouble. The Shang-Chi unfortunately did go mid, but that's okay. Look at that. Modoc. Modoc into Hela is certainly a kettle of fish. Look at how many swarms. Look at them. Okay, we cooking. We cooking. We got some gasoline under the hood over here. Your boy, the big head. Doing some work. We go again. We go again. One might say you're swarming. Maybe. Hey Ed, how we doing? Oh, this hand is crackers.
Oh, snap.
I will snap. This hand is pretty nuts. Handful of swarms, I know, right? Let's go. Opponent unsurprisingly sticks around. Machine World is fine. Oh, we drew the Morbius. Okay, so we got to do it in the slow order. Slow order it is. 30 plus power APOC, that's nuts. Yeah, Jerry, we had the similar problem. I simply had to reset and we were okay, but evidently that's not the case for you. Sorry to hear it. Hopefully, hopefully you can get the issue resolved nice and quickly. I would just contact support, but I imagine it seems to be a problem that a lot of people are having. A restart of the client did do the job for us, but opponent doing something very similar to us, but they have multiple Morbiuses. The machine world is gone. Okay, so we get to go Dracula into Modoc here, right? And just spin the wheel. Yeah, let's go. Playing with the Moon Girl. Okay, they really are going for the machine gun over there, huh? It's time to spin that head. That laser is really cool. Opponent will also spin the head. They eat a Helicarrier in the process. And the Apocalypse in the process. Okay. Sorry, I can't be more help, Jerry. Opponent is going off. Look at those Morbiuses. This is the best we have, right? I think so. They do indeed go for the big old APOC. I think we are just shit out of luck. Wow, okay. You could do some stuff with this card, huh? Excuse me. Alright. This is gonna be a fun one. Settle in, folks. We've got some experimenting to do. Rob, I appreciate that, my dude. I'm not going to make you stick around. Like, it would be cool to see you sometimes, because, you know, I like seeing people that are decent human beings, but if you aren't enjoying Marvel Snap, my dude, you don't have to be here. I appreciate your company, though. Probably going to hold off on this Colleen here, I think. No balance update indeed. I am very sad. We got into like the second game and we were like, oh look, Azabu. It's still ridiculous. Was not the most pleasant thing to wake up to. Ooh. It's probably not snapping here, but drawing the swarm is really good. Yes, I am sad, very sad about the lack of balance update. I was hoping it would arrive at the same time. Opponent has gained a Hela or an Apocalypse. Okay. We have gained a Scorpion. They snap. I believe the nerfs have been leaked, but I don't think there's any confirmation on them. Apologies, chat. I will try and mute myself as and when possible, but I am unfortunately still kind of dying. So, you might catch me hacking up a little bit. Nullified Storm. Yeah, there's a Nullified Black Widow in my shop, and I really want it, but I cannot really rationalize it. I'm looking to draw the Modoc, I guess. Opponent will Venom their Rocket Raccoon. Okay. Well, that's not quite what we were hoping for, but it's not bad. So hit the APOC, I guess, is the hope. I think if the Zabu nerf is true, it's still going to be very good. Yeah. I don't expect the card to be bad all of a sudden. It's arguably a better Psylocke. Alright, so we have a Swarm and a Swarm to Hela back. Is that worthwhile? I think it probably is, right? I think this is where we go. Quick question, is it possible to get 3,670 gold in 3 weeks? I'll be honest with you, Casa, we have that information on the website if it's going to be of help to you, but asking me that question at gone 3 in the morning is probably not one I'm going to remember off the top of my head, because that is a bit much. Imagine coming up one short.
Victory.
Thankfully, we're all good, because our opponent can't beat 25 mid. I'll take my 4 cubes. Very nice. Yeah, negative should be more consistent, I would think, if that Zabu is accurate. Very nice. Yeah, I highly recommend checking out the gold math, but off the top of my head, I'm afraid I only currently have so much in the tank right now. And that is not something I can recall off the top of my head. The old Carmitage in the discard deck. Hello. This Angel's actually pretty bad for us. I kind of need to get it out of my hand. Looking for the Dracula or a Swarm. Those are the big ones to find here. I'm going to move my light down just a little bit because my eyes are dying. Okay, we can work with this. We can work with this. Playing with the Lady Sif can eat through the Apocalypse. Makes a lot of sense. Brand new subscriber coming in. Bernie Blankenship. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Welcome on in to Marvel Snap Zone. Hopefully you are enjoying the show today. Sadly, we did draw the Hela this time. No Swarm in sight. No Dracula in sight. Makes going for the Modoc a little dodgy. So I feel like I'm supposed to probably just Colleen and then slam the head and just make a massive Morbius. And hopefully draw myself Swarm or Dracula in the process. I did not. So I guess we're relying on America Chavez to do the rest of the work. But we will just machine gun through our hand here. Opponent does have the Dracula. That's a bit unfortunate. Triggers again, discards the APOC again. Celadon, dude, I appreciate that. Have your battle pass on me. That means so much. Thank you, thank you. Celadon Barrel, thank you for the super chat, my friend, and thank you for the $12. Happy new season to you. That is very, very appreciated. I think the best we can do is move the brain, play the APOC. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you. Opponent really wins Karmatage. Thankfully, we've got the other two.
Victory.
Very cool. Modoc seems really sweet so far. I'm looking forward to... So how far am I from the next cash reserve? Oh, chunks. Okay. So I need to wait until I can claim all of this. And hopefully I can get myself 100 tokens. So that we can try out Helicarrier at some point tonight. How are you all doing, folks? Hopefully you're enjoying the season so far. Good to see you, good to see you. If you haven't already, please consider doing me a small favor. Like the stream for me. Just go on down there, press that upward facing thumb. You keep YouTube happy, and you keep me happy in the process, which is what you want. It's important for me to be happy. Thank you so much. Ooh, Morbius here seems pretty good. So the Hela has definitely been a bit awkward so far. I think you just have to accept if you're playing it in the Lockjaw version of the deck, you are going to be discarding it a lot. And maybe that's just okay, but I think you have to be willing to accept you're going to lose it a lot. So we can Colleen here if we prefer. It's probably better for now, because we're not actually sure what we want to do on turn 4. Put it with the armor, sure. They are both worth the same amount of stats, roughly. Okay, the APOC is a really good draw and makes me want to wait on the Hellcow, as it's going to be time for me to machine gun through my hand with Modoc on turn 5. I'll give credit where credit's due. The animation on this card is top tier. Opponent with the Scorpion. Scorpion's pretty good here, unfortunately. Alright. Send in the head. I believe my opponent has an Infinite. So I'm going to have to beat an Infinite in the Nexus. Can I do that? And why is the answer no? Alright, not being an Infinite in the Nexus. That's not happening.
Escaped.
Sometimes the Nexus is not a location that likes you very much, and that's alright. We go again. Too tired to play, but already bought the pass. Love the big-wetted weirdo. He's pretty cool. Excuse me, sorry. I look forward to seeing everywhere he can go. I think there's a lot of very sweet build-arounds on like day 0, and I'm looking forward to playing a good few of them, even if I don't play them to the best ability. We'll see how we go. So no early plays for us here, sadly, but this Modoc is looking pretty nutty. Okay. Alright. I will snap and we'll set up the machine gun. Because this one should be pretty gnarly. We go Dracula on 4, Modoc on 5, spin the wheel. And hopefully the APOC doesn't get pulled. It's just like a swarm that gets pulled. We'll see how we go. So Dracula here is good. And then it will be big head o'clock once again. Ah! Why is Iceman a sniper? What kind of fresh hell is this? Thankfully we have a turn 7 this game. But I can't Lady Sif now because I might hit the Modoc. Oh, dude. So I guess we just Colleen. Oh, dude, that sucks so bad. Why is Iceman so good? Is Modoc usable if you don't have Hela? I think so. We have a few lists later on that aren't Hela decks that do contain the cards, so I look forward to kind of seeing. Okay! Spinning the head the hard way even after it got sniped by the Iceman. Look at this. You don't get Shang-Chi'd either. Okay, this is crazy. Send these all in behind Lockjaw. This is still turn 6. Do I want to do all this now? I think so. This is crazy.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, you can Spider-Man me all you want. That's fine. Okay, maybe not as fine as I'd hoped. The arrow's a little annoying. That, however, is a absolutely gargantuan Morbius, and I no longer care. Yeah, I mean, we're just doing this, right? Just always. I think we're gold. Very, very nice. Jacob, the season is 31 minutes old, my friend.
Victory.
And the nerfs haven't even gone into effect yet. Like, we know we have a Zabu nerf and a Silver Surfer nerf on the way. And we've had the new season pass for like half an hour. We're not gonna hold it out on you if that's your concern. We're not gonna not make it. But it's gonna be a hot second while we figure out what the format actually looks like. Otherwise, we're just misleading people. Like, I don't wanna create content that's like, yeah, this deck's insane. Wow, 7,000% win rate when we have no idea. So, I'm afraid I do not have a date for you. We will have one out as soon as we think we have enough information to know if the format has changed significantly. Thoughts on a strong guy version with Blade and Modoc as a turn 6 play? Yeah, I saw a few people sort of like screwing around with that, and I do think maybe there's a Zabu shell out there with Ghost Rider and Strong Guy alongside Modoc. But I'm not sure. Not sure, honestly. It's one of the many things we have to explore. Many things we have to explore. Okay, I take the 50-50 here, I think. Hopefully we hit the APOC. Might not matter, to be honest. We might be spinning with Modoc anyway. Opponent sends the Jubilee in. With an arrow, sure. We do hit the APOC, sure. Very cool. So are we just shredding our hand here? I don't think we are. I think we're actually better off not. Can I tell you your thoughts on Twitter? I mean, I probably can after I have completed a few hours, but you know, I always try and make it clear that it is my early impressions. No, this just makes the Morbius like far too big, right? Think we are doing this. Opponent will Enchantress the Morbius. Never mind. I have been duped. And now we have probably lost. Because we do not have Morbius winning a lane by itself. Yeah, happy to offer my early thoughts when I've got some. The problem is right now I'm not sure I have early thoughts. We are only a few games in with the first deck, so we'll see how we go. This feels like a lot of guesswork here, to be honest. as to whether people are going to move stuff and whether people aren't. Hey! How are we doing, Elias? Or Elias, I should say. Man, I'm half asleep. I think this is basically just a guesswork situation of where people choose to move stuff to. So we'll try this. And unfortunately, opponent went enough in on New York that we are not winning this one. Oh yeah, there's about to be a lot of Enchantress in Cosmo for sure. Oh no, we are. They just don't have enough power. Wow.
Victory.
I was like, there's 3 bodies in New York. There's no way we win. And apparently 12 is good enough. Modoc is just really big. Like, 8 power is not a small amount. Neither is 16 power from an Apocalypse, to be fair. Why can I not collect my seasonal rewards, by the way? Has anyone else collected their seasonal rewards yet? I swear we've played enough games to collect those. Maybe we need a few more. But I'm hoping to be able to get 100 collector's tokens so we can go get Helicarrier. Excuse me. This hand is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, it looks like... It looks like the client opened Marvel Snap support for me when I was failing to buy a season pass, which is quite funny. Alright. Morbius here, where it can't be Enchantress, is quite nice. Elias, we've actually got plenty of decks coming up, and you'll see that many of them do in fact include the old Invisible Woman. She is quite good in the deck, but she's just not in this version. This is very much more of a Lockjaw deck than it is a Hela deck. From your experience, you have to gain or lose a rank to gain rewards. See, we've gained a rank. We're at 71 already. Not yet, Fong. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Okay. Are we just playing the Swordmaster here? I feel like we probably are. I think so. Hopefully we can draw the Modoc here. Opponent with the Cosmo, sure. We do hit the Swarm, that's pretty nuts. The Swarm hit is a high roll. Possibly bugged, maybe. So I'm fairly certain what we want to do here is just go to work, right? We just send it all underneath the Lockjaw. It feels like it's probably a bit too good to not do. Planet Wall 0. What deck benefits more from Modoc? I don't know yet, unfortunately, YSD. Still working on that. Looking forward to finding out. Hey Shade, how we doing? Hopefully all is well with you. Modoc rips through my hand. Was there supposed to be a balance patch? No, it's been data mined, but there was never any confirmation that it was gonna be today. We never knew that for a fact. Jeez, this was good again. Don't get me wrong, we lose Elysium, but holy damn. So I guess we can't play into the big house anyway. So I guess we're just doing this. Whoa!
Victory.
Lockjaw going to work. Very nice. Very cool. Yeah, Lockjaw just looking pretty good here, honestly. Obviously, day 0 stuff is always day 0 stuff, but this has felt super reasonable so far.
Thank you.
Brand new subscribers coming in. Michael Avalos and Corey Nielsen, thank you so much. Welcome to Marvel Snap Zone. Glad you are enjoying the show so far tonight.
Cooperation.
Oh, sorry, folks. We're obviously not playing this Swarm. Unsure currently if we Lockjaw on 3 or Sif on 3. Swordmaster. How's this deck doing? So far, pretty good. We've lost like 2 games, I think. Yeah, Will. So I kind of elaborated on this for a number of people in the comments section of the video, because we got a lot of comments about Strong Guy. We do know it's good with Modoc. When we were building Strong Guy decks, a lot of them ended up also including Zabu, and obviously we did not know at the time what Zabu was going to actually look like, and you know what the card was going to be able to do post nerf. So a lot of our decks that revolved around Zabu did not make the cut in the video while we were figuring that out, and that means that Strong Guy got left on the curb for a lot of those. Lamentis 1 is not really something I wanted to see. I don't think my opponent wanted to see it either, to be honest. Morbius, Modoc, Apocalypse without Hela, for sure, yeah. I'm starting to think you do not need Hela. I do think she is quite good, but I don't think you need her. Alright, Morbius. So there's nothing in my deck to Lockjaw out of my deck, which kind of sucks. But we can work with this. Yeah, I also love Strong Guy. I think the sad truth was a lot of the decks we built with him, just it was so easy to go, well, add Ghost Rider and add Moon Girl, and then you're a Zabu deck, right? And so until we knew what Zabu looked like, it just made sense to hold fire and then try and figure out how to build those afterwards. Are we just reviving a Swarm here? It's like fine, right? I think it's fine. Opponent with the blue marble, sure. So we can go double discards on the APOC is maximum juice here, I think. Opponent snaps. Are we dead? The 4 cards in hand? I think I'm willing to go here. I'm not entirely sure we're actually winning that game, so...
Escaped.
Interesting options, for sure. But Lamentis taking away your deck when you're a Lockjaw deck is pretty bad. Yeah, not being able to... Oh, there they go. I was like, where are my season rewards? Okay, alright. Season reward o'clock. Let's see if we can get anything nice. 200 credits. 40 claw boosters. Okay. 250 credits. My other ride is an ant. Will I be using this title? Literally never. 400 credits. Mystery variant? That's not bad. That's okay. I like Dan Hip's artwork. We can work with Medusa. That's cool. 500 credits. How's the new card drop? So far, Modoc has been really good. God, that card back. Look at that. The infinite card back this season. The sun, the hourglass. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. So now we have credits. I'm going to see if we can't get ourselves this Helicarrier. Let me see real quick. What have I got up to upgrade at the moment? We'll turbo power this new Chavez we got. Picked up a Maximus variant tonight. Very nice. Yeah, Maximus is a sweet card at the moment. I have Kid Maximus, and I like that variant quite a lot, so I'm mostly just happy to stick with that one, but there are a few nice ones out there. Love it and sad you won't get it. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, can we find 100 collector's tokens? We're looking for 100 collector's tokens. That is not 100 collector's tokens. We keep going.
Infinity.
Can we find ourselves 100 collector's tokens? We can! Yay! Very nice. So we get to play with Helicarrier tonight. We have gained a new Chavez. Very cool. So, we'll go over here. Grab this thing. And we will get to do some Helicarrier nonsense at some point this evening. Very nice. Or this morning for me, I guess. Very, very nice. Alright. We'll do some more Lockjaw shenanigans and look to move on in a little bit. Oh. This sounds pretty good. Hellcow's been a bit awkward so far, honestly. Speaking of awkward, Space Throne, not really what we were looking for. We do find the Morbius. This could be quite good. But, Space Throne taking away our space for swarms is pretty bad. Yeah, Bryce, I love me some Valkyrie. She's one of my favorite cards. Kappa, I'm alright, thank you. I appreciate where you're coming from, and yet for some reason, I will not be doing that. Opponent playing some Zabu nonsense while they can, makes some sense. You know what, the more I think about it, the more I expect to see a lot of people just absolutely slamming it with Zabu and Surfer before they get nerfed. Try and get to Infinite as quickly as they can. Did they ever give us the gold Zabu card back? I haven't checked, honestly. It might very well be in my collection. I'm not a massive card back guy. I really can't. I build so many decks that I normally just can't be bothered to change it. Max Zero drop Thor deck. I use Valkyrie a lot in the Thanos decks personally. So we're never drawing a Hela here. Are we just slamming the brain? I don't like you calling him a brain. He's definitely more of a head than he is a brain. I think we are. I think this is just like too good to not do. Did I see the nerfs? I've seen the leaks, but they aren't actually out yet, so I cannot confirm or deny they are real. We draw the opposing Chavez, they draw mine, which makes a lot of sense. We know they can't have a Infinite because we drew it. So I'm fairly certain we're just doing this. Is that what we're doing? Maybe we're doing this. Yeah, nerfs are not live yet. That's really bad. I guess I had to APOC the other lane because Enchantress exists, right?
Victory.
We actually get there anyway. That's so dumb. So APOCing left and our opponent only discarding 6 means we get there anyway. We beat Enchantress, eating through Red Skull and Morbius. That is unreal levels of silly. Very cool. And to be fair, those are the games that are like arguably the most important ones, right? Because we just munch through a full power Zabu deck. Archgerm Valkyrie, damn. Yeah, I actually really like the base Valkyrie because the rainbow looks really nice when she's infinite. I am a big fan of base Valkyrie, but Archgerm is obviously just the premium, so makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I've seen the data mined information for the balance changes, but obviously none of those are live yet, so excuse me. Well, that sucks. We're probably not winning Jotunheim, in which case, the big house. Well, we're going to have to take our 50-50 here and hopefully not discard the Hela. We'll see. The Collector is nice. We do lose the 50-50. Alright, so I think we just go Dracula here into Lockjaw, Colleen Wing. Opponent will Moon Girl. Juices up this Collector. Drawing the Morbius here kind of sucks too. I think we still have to do this. It's not particularly pleasant, but probably required. Opponent going off with their Sentinels. Filling the hand up. Yeah, Jerry, unfortunately it's still plaguing me, unfortunately. I am doing my best to work on through it, but my body is not making it very easy. So yeah, hopefully it goes away before you know it. Everyone's got their different naming conventions for decks. It's kind of great. I love seeing people getting creative. No worries, Bryce. Take care of yourself, my dude. Have a good one. I'm also doing late night work today. Opponent discards the Modoc. Okay, so they were doing some stuff over there too. Can we spin up something good enough here off the Colleen? We can. Hopefully I'll see you a bit later, Bryce. Well, so far this deck has felt pretty good.
Victory.
I am excited. I would really like discard to be a reasonable deck, and this has felt pretty good so far. Gives me hope that we can play this one again. Oh, Fong, I can't wait to have that happen either. Just randomly generated Modocs just completely ruining my life. Oh, we snap on ego, chat.
I am ego.
We snap on ego. Those are the rules.
Victory.
I was too busy dying to complain. My opponent just left. God damn it. I want my ego game. Hey, Noun, how we doing? You reckon that'll ever be a discard deck without Modoc again? Well, if he gets nerfed, probably. But I think the card is pretty damn good in the discard decks. The Raft? Well, this hand is crackers. I wanted my ego game, and my opponent wouldn't give it to me. Oh. Oh, drawing the Morbius here kind of blows. Because now we can't guarantee the Swarm. Alright. Actually don't mind putting this in Necrotia. It probably wins Necrotia a lot of the time. Central Park. Bit of a shame, but sure. Now we get to go Lockjaw. And get to work. Playing with the Zabu, sure. Do I just have to give up the Swarm potential here in order to fill the Raft? The answer is no, because if I do that, Colleen will discard it. So we absolutely do not. Unfortunately, sometimes that means we're going to lose the raft here. Opponent snaps. I'm fine sticking around through this. We'll never get Miles Morales again. I'm pretty sure we will. I'm pretty sure we will eventually get a Season Pass card that just sucks. Opponent goes Crystal Moon Girl, sure. Can I share the tactics of this deck? Sure, yeah. So the majority of the time, Lobo, the goal for this deck is going to be to set up a big Lockjaw turn. So you're going to want to... Oh, that's a shame. Hitting the Modoc there kind of sucks. You're going to want to set up a big Lockjaw turn, spin yourself up some swarms, and after doing so, you'll find yourself with the ability to play them behind the Lockjaw, pull out tons of discard effects, and just rip your hand to shreds. I should hopefully leave you winning some lanes with a big Lockjaw lane that has some stuff like a Modoc, America Chavez, you know, on it, and hopefully another lane alongside a Morbius that's now very big, or a Dracula that's now very big. Modoc is very good in this deck for letting you gain multiple copies of Swarm, but it also makes your Morbius huge, and it also makes your Apocalypse pretty big too. Yeah, 00 cost 6 is incoming, we are aware of that. I think we basically always have to do this.
Friendly neighborhood
Oh, we're
Spider-Man
getting double
here.
spidered. Enchantress. Sure, Enchantress is pretty bad too. The Hela might get us around that. I'm game to try this. I'm happy to lose 8 cubes early in the season. Wouldn't Moon Girl trigger before the raft? No, I believe the raft is a after you play effect. So that is not the case.
Victory.
8 cubes secured. Look at Modoc just being absolutely huge. This thing having 8 power is super relevant. My opponent thought they could spider. They could not. Very nice. This deck's been really good. I did indeed now, and I am aware of the leaks, yeah. Very nice. Vormir. Vormir is also fine. The raft again. We can work with the raft. So Morbius is actually our best draw here to play something alongside the Colleen. Opponent will Deathlock, sure. Oh. We draw the Hela. It's a little meh. Alright. We send Colleen back in the deck. GIF, as far as I'm concerned, if any data is not publicly released by second dinner, it's a leak. But I might be in the minority there. Yeah, for sure, Noob Gaming. Honestly, the card's been very fun to play with so far. I don't know if it's insane or busted or, you know, any of the above, but has it been fun? Oh, buddy, it's been fun. So we want to fill this raft up here, right?
Opponent snapped.
Fairly certain we just want to fill the raft up here. We gain another Apocalypse. That's not really what we were hoping to see. The wave is pretty unfortunate here. We do hit a Morbius. And then we hit a Chavez. Okay, so we are winning left. The problem is, I'm not sure we win anywhere else. So we discarded an APOC and discarded a Swarm. Fair enough, Avalon. I try my best, Gif. The balance patch is not currently live, no. So I think I have to Modoc here, right, to leave myself with only Apocalypses in hand. No update currently. I think that's the best thing I can do. Opponent plays their death, so I can only leave myself with Apox this way. Nathan, I think it's far too soon to know. And we hit the right one as well. It's like Christmas land.
Victory.
Okay, this card is very good. It only belongs in certain decks, don't get me wrong. This is not going to be a case of like Surfer or Zabu or anything, but in the decks where Modoc is good, oh buddy, is it good. Dr. Bingo, thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words there, my dude. I'm glad that you love what we do. That's literally why I do it. Yeah, Kappa, we can agree to disagree. Like, I'm very willing to accept my stance on that is not the common one. Just because that second is aware it's going to happen doesn't mean that they have to like it, right? Like, if it were me personally, I would like to be able to keep surprises from my players. And not being able to keep surprises from my players sucks ass. But it is definitely part of the industry. Okay, am I putting Swarms into my deck? Am I putting Swarms into my deck? You're missing Colleen for this? That kind of sucks. Colleen's pretty important, I think. I guess maybe less important than she was before, because you can still trigger Swarm with Modoc pretty consistently without it, but she's definitely the best way of triggering Swarm otherwise. For sure, Bingo, yeah. You know, I'm actually going to go on record as saying this real quick before... I think I'm still doing this. Before we get too deep in the stream. If you did not hit Infinite last season, please remember that you're more than your results. You are not defined or summarized by your ability to make a certain rank in an online card game. It's okay. I promise. I know a lot of people that wanted to get there and didn't get there felt really downbeat about it, and I think it's just important to remind people that you are more than your rank in a game. I think I'm sticking around through this snap pretty happily. Excuse me. Yeah. You are not your DCI number, exactly that. A lot of rogues out in force as well. Honestly, Kappa, if they do, I'm not sure. If they do, that's a bit better. Like, it's definitely more of a thing if they do. Do I prefer to Swordmaster here? Didn't have the free time? Exactly, dude. Like, hit 70, which is the highest ever. 100%. Like, you should be proud of your achievements. If you've reached a rank that is higher than any rank you've ever reached before, congratulations to you. That is not easy to do, and you should be proud. And I really hope you are proud. We lose to Professor X anyway. So I guess I do it over here. Like, it's okay to not reach infinite. Like, I think it's important to say it doesn't get said enough. Like, so many people come into the stream and are like, oh, you're not infinite already? Why would I watch you? You suck. It's like, that is not even remotely close to true. And I hope people know that. I really want people to know that. I think it's important. Chris, my dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm really glad you enjoy what I do. That's exactly why I do it. If I could spend my days making the Marvel Snap community just a little bit better, then maybe I'm not doing such a bad job. I think it looks like this, but I guess we're coin flipping at that point. I guess we have to coin flip. Yeah, exactly, Nathan, for sure. Nice. We lost the coin flip, it actually just didn't matter. Wound up 8, you feel great? Exactly. Did you enjoy your season? Yes. Well, that should be the main reason you're playing a game that has no competitive scene. Like, if the only validation you get from a game is winning, you're not playing the game. You might as well go and play poker or something else with a higher upside to winning. Like, but at the same time, rank anxiety is a valid feeling, man. Like, you're allowed to want it. You're allowed to care. I just want you to know that if you didn't get there, that just means you're closer than you were last time. If you play Swordmaster, don't you get 2 flips of the coin? That's true. I get less stats. I actually lose less that way. I lose left that way, unfortunately. So maybe it's wrong to try and beat the Atuma, but I do get 2 flips of the coin. You're not wrong. Certainly was worth thinking about at least. Exactly, Koa. 100%. I think we're just letting the Swordmaster wait here. Could you use Moon Knight instead of Hellcow? You could try, yeah. I don't think that sounds horrible. I would at least be willing to explore that. Put it on the double Patriot draw here. This one could be a bit rough. Am I taking the time to set up this Lockjaw before I go for the MODOK? Probably. Four cards in deck? What do we still got? Chavez, Hellcow. No, I actually don't think we are. I think we just spin the gun here. I'll stick through the snap. I think we can win this. Got to 70 for the first time, then just focus on staying above 70 for sure. Nothing wrong with that at all, Robin. Nothing wrong with that at all. Do you have at least a favorite, least favorite archetype? Truth be told, mine is probably movement as well, because I'm very, very bad at playing the deck. I've tried on a number of occasions, and I just kind of suck at it. Yeah, slamming the head there seems correct. Definitely want to think it through for sure. You think you're a madman playing a move deck with Kingpin? Kingpin's a blast. Kingpin's really fun. I hope there's more places to play with Kingpin in the future. You were trying to reach infinite so you could play goofy decks without worrying about losing rank. Then you realized I could just play them without worrying about losing rank. Couldn't have put it better myself, alright. Couldn't put it better myself. I really feel for people. I guess that's the way of putting it. Like, so often, like, yeah, do you know how many comments I get on YouTube when I'm not infinite yet? Like, in the early days of the season when I'm like, yeah, let's try some cool stuff, let's mess around, I can always rank up later. Do you know how many comments I get that are like, wow, you work for Marble Snap Zone, but you're not even infinite? Get good, dude. It's like, fuck off, maybe? Pardon my language, but like, it's just so toxic that people think that you are, the only thing that matters is an accolade, and it's not even remotely close to the only thing that matters. Not even remotely close. This is pretty good. Fairly certain this is going to be Swarm. So the work here gets done by the Apocalypse, right? So this should be good. If you don't, I just Kingpin turn 5 arrow turns. It's really fun. 100%. I love doing it. Bullseye. Yeah, that comment, man. Serapov knows what it's like. I get that all the time. Like, you're not infinite? How are you trying to teach people? Why are you trying to be informative? I don't know. Sharp, maybe? Like, you struggle with depression, so a win-loss record is data? For sure. Oh, bingo. I'm exactly the same. I am exactly the same. Heck of a W. Look at that. Do I think Modoc is viable outside of the Hela Shell? Yes, I do. I'm not sure how viable just yet. I'm not even sure this deck actually wants Hela, to be honest. But I do think the card is pretty firmly viable outside of Hela, yeah. Leroy, 100%. Please do be incredibly proud of your accomplishment, because you absolutely should be. The only person who gets to control what your accolades mean to you is you. Not really being able to make good use of this super flow here kind of sucks. We'll make do, I suppose. Yeah, the trick with Kingpin is to go Sarah on 5, Kingpin Arrow on 6. That's how you actually do it. Okay, we can work with this. We have to risk losing the Hela here, but we can work with this. So we can burn through the Colleen first. Sure. With Chavez, isn't there never a chance you can discard your hand and then draw Hela? Yeah, that's correct. But we're not looking to do that in this particular shell, so. Support the season pass, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, not having Dracula's a pretty big one, I think, unfortunately, Coulter. Big agree. How relevant has Hela been for this deck so far? Actually, kind of relevant. We had a couple of games where we had to play into a Spider-Man lane, and being able to play into a Spider-Man lane was kind of insane. Which we couldn't do otherwise. Okay, do we just Hela here? We know we're drawing Chavez. So I think I do. I think I do. Strong Guy Modoc. Yeah, it's definitely on my list to get around to when the Zabu nerf goes live. Opponent will Magnet Man some stuff away, for sure. Not always playing Modoc and definitely not using Modoc for Hela Empowerment, just another win condition. It can be, yeah, so you also find that we just pull Hela up off of Lockjaw a lot. As we do with Chavez. Chavez being discarded to Dracula. Just diversifies your options. It's really all it's about. So hopefully we're able to win this. There is no... Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to super extend to try and get another Morbius trigger here. Paul Ronan sucks even more now? Yeah. Yeah, he does. This deck's been really good. I've been very, very happy with this deck so far. Anyone who's hearing me at low volume, if you're hearing me at low volume, please do let me know. I would like to remedy that if that's the case. Did we just lose this on breakers? Yeah. That's unfortunate. Am I too low for anybody else? By all means, let me know. If I'm quiet, I can adjust myself. My audio settings have been a bit wild because I've been coughing so much. So when I've been recording videos for Snapzone, I've been trying to save myself the hassle of editing so many coughs. So my audio settings are a bit different than normal. So if it is an issue, please do let me know. May I ask how I feel about sharing or reporting on leaks? So for the most part, Kiki, I tend... So, from a personal perspective, I'm not a fan. I would rather secrets be secret, but I also understand from my job and what I do, that can't happen. Like that's just not a thing that is realistic. So, for the most part, I suggest in streams like this one that in case people are trying to avoid leaks and they don't want anything to do with leaks, that we don't, you know, go over them in crippling detail, or at least I won't. So the people that can avoid them can do that. The sad truth is, especially in the way that, you know, my job works, I have to cover leaks as they come, otherwise people go to other news sites, people go to other creators, and don't go to me, and I can't afford that for obvious reasons. So hopefully that answers your question somewhat. And thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. I'm doing my best to be not terrible at my job. So it all makes kind of great work for me. No carrier, not in this deck. No. I think carrier is better in the list that are playing Wong, so you could do the double Modoc trick. Not so much this one. Sounds totally fine to you. You've been sick as long as I have, and it sucks. So thank you, dude. It's been crap. I have been very, very unwell, and I'm slowly fighting through it. I think we're fine to Dracula here. Hear more about when to snap and when to run talks on my deck breakdowns, tier list. Okay, that's good to know, Bingo. Thank you for the feedback. Who's avoiding spoilers? This ain't Netflix. There are some people that are. Like, we get comments in these streams all the time about people being like, well, I'm glad that I could come here and enjoy Marvel Snap and not have the surprise ruined for me. And if I can cultivate that experience for people, I absolutely will. Opponent's going to be transforming this bar with no name, aren't they? Do I like my variant better? I do. Yeah, this is my favorite Dracula by a pretty sizable margin, I think. Hey Wolverine, how we doing? Kiki, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Players like you are exactly why we're doing what we're doing. Am I sticking around here? I think we're actually quite behind. I'm willing to give this a shake, but I think we're in a pretty bad way. Okay. Yeah, if you play Wong, you can have Helicarrier in your hand, Modoc your hand away, have it refilled, and discard your hand again to make the Morbius very, very big. Am I going to watch Ant-Man Quantumania? I actually might, yeah. I'm not a big Marvel guy these days. Just from lack of enjoyment over the last chunk of stuff. But the trailer actually looks pretty good. So I'm leaning towards yes. What are we getting bodied by here? I feel like there just has to be a big old destroy effect coming. In Lumeria, probably going to move something out. And then there's the squirrel over. I think I'm going to move the swarm over, spin the hell cow. I think that's where I'm going to go. Knowing what possible outcomes are coming and what can't happen anymore is huge. For sure, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's an interesting one. Is there a demand for a video on, like, snapping and retreating better? Because if that's genuinely a video people want, we might be able to do that. Yeah, opponent just didn't know what was happening here, did they? Yeah, I didn't think we were necessarily winning that for certain, but I wasn't going anywhere, but... Yeah, I feel like opponent wasn't really sure what was happening there. Well, this deck, we've been going with this one for about an hour. I'm going to play another I'm gonna play another game or two with this, but we are like up 40 cubes or whatever with this deck in an hour, which is pretty good. Your anxiety makes you miss opportunities. Bingo, honestly, my dude, totally understandable. I really hope more people understand that in time. That it's not always that easy. And sometimes people want to play and want to risk it, they want to gamble, but they get anxious. And that's okay. I think it's important to understand that. Surreal, I try my best, my dude. It's all about making content. It's all about being mildly entertaining, my dude. I'm just here to make your snap experience better. That is what it's all about. This hand is pretty good. Yeah, we're up like 40 cubes in an hour, which is pretty damn good. Pure Hella is on the list. We'll probably play some Pure Hella at some point today. For sure. Haven't seen a snap video. Would watch a snap video. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there might be some demand there. I'll give it some thought. I'm not 100% on how doable that is. But I am interested in putting that out in theory. Sounds like it could be pretty good. It's a good replacement for Hela. I think in this case you can probably play this deck without Hela. I'm not sure what the alternative is though. You kind of want a decent thing to discard to Dracula. You kind of want another good thing to pull off a Lockjaw. I guess my initial instinct would be to try something like Blade, to be honest, have an extra discard outlet. Feels a bit rough. I'm not sure what the replacement is, to be honest with you, Jobby, but I think there is one. I would be willing to try some stuff. I'm just not 100% sure what it is. I think we're just going to spin the wheel here and get to work. Excuse me, sorry. Doom? Doom might be okay. Opponent's snapping. I don't think I'm going anywhere. You'd watch a guide on snapping versus retreating? Okay. I'll have a think about how to best format that. Because I'm not sure how to make that into a video in a concise way just yet. But I would be interested in making it if the demand is there. That's pretty big. Double Shuri is quite a lot. Modoc is unfortunately going to spin my hand away, which is not actually good for me here. Because we have nothing to go with the Dracula. What about Moon Knight? Yeah, we thought about Moon Knight earlier on. I don't think it's terrible. Non-targeted discard is always a bit awkward. I think we have to retreat now, sadly. The Modoc reveal there was actually not very good for us. A few people asking in chat a minute ago how I'm feeling. Unfortunately, I'm still quite unwell. So the only way I can really put this without going into more detail, we know what is wrong with me. There's not a lot we can do about it right now. So I got to deal with having basically half of my normal lung capacity for a while. But I'm mostly okay apart from the cough. The most interesting way of handling snapping versus retreating videos would be to try not to address all archetypes in one video, but general tips. Yeah, I'm only going to do a general tip kind of situation if we do anything. I don't think you can ever do like archetype specific stuff unless you want to do like a whole series. Might be a bit rough, but yeah, maybe there's something we can do there. I'm going to have a think about it. Because I'm not sure, but maybe there's a way of translating that to video. It's okay. Like I appreciate the kind words from folks. Like all I got to say really is that don't worry, I'm fine. But like just bear with me, you know, hacking away occasionally because unfortunately there's not a whole lot I can do about it right now. I try and mute myself when I can get to the button, you know, try not to cough and sneeze too often, but there's going to be a bit of it. There's only so much I can do, right? Sadly, this Modoc is a bit crap. No Swarm here is definitely the killer. I guess we can always still Modoc on 6. Yeah, we can still Modoc on 6, right? That's pretty good. Let's do that.
Wakanda forever.
Okay, we need to see. Would I up till dawn? Not sure what you're asking, Seven Bank. It is currently 4:25 in the morning for me. So this is going to be 32 power in both. Can we beat 32 anywhere? So this goes here. 8. We discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we gain plus 12 to 20. So the answer is no, we cannot. So I think we just retreat here, unfortunately, because we cannot beat Arnim Zola.
Escaped.
Yeah, Sabretooth is not really a thing we're interested in here, because he needs to be destroyed. And most of the things we're discarding are better payoffs than Wolverine. Yeah, I sound a lot better for sure. Okay, last one with this deck, then I'm going to swift on to the machine gun deck, the Helicarrier version of this deck. And the Mystique version of this deck, the one that's trying to make many Morbiuses. We're going to move on to the multi-Morbius deck next, because I want to play that one quite a lot. Speaking of multi-Morbius, tempting. I think we wait. This hand is quite good, so I will snap. You know what you're buying after this negative bundle? Sure. Was made for this. Folks, if you are joining me and you are enjoying hanging out at this ungodly hour of the morning, I ask of you a few small favors. You, of course... Why does this keep happening to me? Why does Lamentis want to keep on ruining my Lockjaw? I don't even have the Apocalypse. It feels bad. If you haven't already, please do like the stream. I would really appreciate that. Every little really does help in that regard. We've actually kind of fallen out of the YouTube algorithm lately. So it really does help. If you want to be sharing the stream, liking it when you can, it goes a very long way. Alternatively, if you want to make sure you're not missing out on stuff that we're putting out, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are turned on so that you see everything as and when you can. And last but not least, if you want to support Marvel Snap Zone, please consider becoming a member. You can do that as well, get all kinds of little bonus perks, and pay a little monthly fee to help support the channel. Steven, I appreciate that for sure. I'm sorry that life is a bit dull. Leroy, honestly, Hela's been fine, but I think there's a good chance this deck doesn't want it. Very much an experimentation situation. So I kind of want a Modoc on 5, which means I think I'm doing this. Oh, Polaris to Colleen over. Yeah, it's been okay. Like, Hela has won us games that no other card was going to win us. But I don't know if you actually need it yet. Wish I could help, Stephen. I honestly do. So we're just going to be going... Modoc, many swarms. So I guess we do it this way. Generate some swarmy goodness. I think people just lost interest and quit the game. That's unfortunately not the situation. We tried some new styles of content. They didn't work, and unfortunately the nature of YouTube is that you fall out of the algorithm pretty quick. You can put friendly battle codes in chat if you like. That's fine. What would I consider instead of Hela? I actually am not sure. I don't think you need a visible woman for Hela, no. I think obviously you can. Opponent has no surfer, very nice. I think you can. I definitely think you can, but I don't think you need it. I need to think about what replaces Hela if you don't want to play it in this deck. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I definitely think you can replace it. I'm just not sure with what.
Last time I trusted
Thank you for the
someone
subscription,
I
Seth. I appreciate you. Welcome on into the channel. Okay, deck switch time. We're going to move on to something else. We've got a few things to try. And this one, we actually just bought a card for. Exposed for not already being subbed. Disgusting behavior. As we just picked up our Helicarrier from the shop to play it in this deck. Point still stands, Steven. Appreciate that. Just feels win more when you want to be doing other things. Honestly, Leroy, I appreciate that. Honestly, I've been surprised by how many times it won us locations that we weren't winning otherwise. So this deck is really sweet. I'm going to take a second to break it down, because there's a lot of unique synergies in this one that I'm very interested in exploring. But let me just get the deck saved first, so people can access it in the bottom corner. But yeah, okay, cool. So, a few things going on here. First of all, we've kind of got the package that you are familiar with from the last one. We have kind of this Morbius style package that you're looking to grow very large Morbiuses, courtesy of MODOK. You know, Dracula benefits from large apocalypses. This kind of stuff. It's still stuff that we're all doing in this deck. However, this is kind of the throwback to a beta archetype that was really quite strong back in Marvel Snap's beta, based around using Nakia to boost copies of Swarm and make the copies of Swarm much, much larger, so you can then play multiple large Swarms. Additionally, if we're so based around Swarm, we can still use the Collector here to make a very large Collector as we add Apocalypses and Swarms back into our hand as a result as we go. Last but not least, we've got this little punch in the deck to be able to go Wong here. Wong is not only pretty good with things like Nakia to double up that effect to make really big Swarms, but it's really good alongside Modoc if you have access to Helicarrier in your hand and your Morbius in play. Because if that's the case, you can refill your hand and then discard it again and just do some very, very silly things with very, very large amounts of Swarms and very, very large Apocalypses and very, very large Morbiuses. So looking to try this one out with the Helicarrier and seeing how it goes. Let's hop on over into some games and see if this one feels anywhere near as reasonable as the last one. Yeah, Collector with Swarm is really sweet. Howdy, Anthem. How you doing, bud? Hopefully all is okay with you. Okay, so we have our Helicarrier, which is pretty good. Plays very well with the Collector as well. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Seth, thank you, dude. Like, I've said this a few times on record, and like, people don't necessarily understand what I mean, but in the simplest way, I'm here to be a face of the community. I'm here to interact with you guys. I'm here to make sure that you have a port of call for Marvel Snap Zone, but most of all, I want it to feel like a healthy space. I want it to feel like, you know, you can come and chat, you can come and relax. There's a lot of creators out there who are very excited, very big, very loud, very explosive. And I don't want to be that. I want to provide a different type of experience for you. Where's the link for this deck? I think this one is in the Decks to Try Day 1 article on Marvel Snap Zone, if I recall correctly. So I think we're just triggering the Helicarrier here. Sadly, not having an APOC kind of sucks. Oh my god. That didn't work. And I think we broke the game. Well, my opponent completely wrecked my shit. That was not how that was supposed to go. That was a pretty good leech. How often do I snap as a bluff? Not as often as I should. Appreciate that, Dio. Thank you very much. Yeah, that didn't go how we planned. Thank you, Leech. Okay, this is pretty reasonable here. So sadly, we've got to... What just happened? Yeah. So we got to set ourselves up to Nakia the Swarm here. It should be quite good. So we're definitely playing the Collector here to make that happen. Yeah, it was a pretty well-timed leech. It was problematic. I would say problematic. Okay, finding Modoc here is really good, so I think we're gonna snap. Nakia is gonna give us some juice on the APOC on the Swarm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, snapping against the bot doesn't really do you much good. So I think I have to get the Dracula down here. I wanted to get the Morbius down, but I guess we go with this instead. Opponent with the White Queen. They get a copy of Apocalypse. Alright, well, we are going to slam the brain. Or the head, if you prefer. And windmill this hand into some large swarms and a large Apocalypse. Should grow our Collector quite nicely in the process. Oh. I can't believe they put Helicarrier in my shop on MODOK day, and I was like, fine, I guess. Like, I have to buy it now. How else will I be able to make content? You've heard tales of an aggro deck when Nakia, Swarm, Strong Guy, and Hellcow. That was a deck, yes. It helped that... Oh, come on! This sucks. Oh, I'm so sad. Yeah, it helps that Hellcow and Strong Guy were both 2-cost cards. Oh. Bad dog, jeez. Oh. Man, that blows. Dog does say no, you're not wrong. I think my best shot is genuinely this. No, I don't think we're beating Arrow anyway. We've definitely been caught with our pants down a little bit so far. These I think this is the thing though, right? You have to expect Cosmo to be a thing you have to beat. Because there's going to be a lot of Cosmo all over the place for if MODOK is good, right? It's an educational stream for sure. Opponents have been putting us in it, putting it in us, I should say, with this version so far. Because Cosmo and Leech are pretty good at ruining your game plan. For the record, I do think this deck is worse than the previous one, but this is why we test things, right? Only one way to find out. Project Pegasus, sure. Pretty happy to set up our payoffs. Okay. Might just be a Blind Lady Sif on 3 here. Oh, Rickety Bridge. And now I guess I have to do this, right? Opponent's just passing on the Sunspot and then having it explode. Why? Why would you do that? Alright, this should be pretty good. Please give me an Apocalypse on this Helicarrier. Give me an Apoc. I want it bad. Opponent does go mid. Give me an Apocalypse. That is not anything good. I do draw an Apocalypse the hard way, which means I'm still doing this. Please eviscerate my hand. Modoc is good, but you don't help you in. He'll make discard it such a ubiquitous archetype that people run Cosmo when they wouldn't have just to counter it. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think people are just playing Cosmo because they want to play Cosmo. Like, the card is just good. Opponent snaps back. Are we about to eat an Infinite? I feel like we're about to eat an Infinite. Do we do this? I think we do this. Magnet Man. Never mind, we just crushed them on tiebreakers. Thank you.
Victory.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Magnet Man. We beat Magnet Man. So we actually keep a Swarm in the hand there, so that if we can make the Collector bigger, if we hit it with the Dracula. Oh, we definitely APOC left to make sure we have the largest amount of stats there. So we can make the Collector even bigger if we hit the Swarm. Obviously, if we hit the Chavez, we hit the Chavez. I think that's why we play it out that way. And we accept that we never win mid. Well, this hand is crackers. Excuse me. Thank you, Rafiq. I appreciate that. Interesting little game, to be honest. Upgraded my new Chavez faster. Yeah, I literally just turboed through it today to get ourselves the Helicarrier. The season rewards went on the new Chavez. What's the point of Wong in this deck? So it lets you do a number of different things. You can either double up Nakia on a copy of Swarm, which does come up, or you can basically set yourself up so you have Wong in play, Helicarrier in hand, and play Modoc. And then if you play the Modoc, you'll discard your hand once, and then discard your hand again, which of course will re-trigger all your Swarms, re-trigger your Apocalypse, all that kind of wonderful nonsense, make a really big Morbius. So that is the goal there. Modoc's been really good so far. Coulson in this deck. I would actually like to try it. I do not own the card, unfortunately. I would like to try it, though. I just sadly can't. Okay, so I think we go Morbius Nakia. Juice up both of the swarms here. Excuse me. Very sorry. What got doubled from this Shuri? A 16 power rock slide. So I think we have a big old Dark Hawk in our future. We do draw the Chavez. We've got 6 cards in deck. So fairly certain what we want to do. This deck requires a good bit of thinking. There's a lot of play patterns here for sure. This deck's really sweet, Chainsaw. I'm having fun exploring it. We've been leeched a few times, but it's been pretty good so far. I think we want to do this way. I think so. But let's go mid. With their Dark Hawk, but that means that we can win everywhere else, so we don't mind. Easy game. Very nice. Yeah, these discard shells are feeling pretty promising so far. Obviously, it's day 0. Like, don't read into that too much. Everyone's out there trying new stuff. But we've been beating Zabu decks, beating Darkhawk decks. Like, that's good. That's a good sign. It fills me with hope. Right, looking for Colleen Wing here. This hand is quite good if we can find it. Hand can do some stuff. Nidavellir. We like Nidavellir in these parts. Ooh! Ooh! Imagine! Good morning, Spider. How we doing? Hopefully all is well with you. Indeed, we are working on some nonsense, Spider, for sure. We were just playing Modoc Lockjaw, and that deck was really good. Any good replacements for Helicarrier and Dracula? Not in this shell, unfortunately, I don't think. Wong Modoc on Kamatage, yeah. Are we just juicing up the Wong here? I think we're just juicing up the Wong here. Looking for another discard effect to go alongside our nonsense. Opponent will Korg. We gain a Collector. Really need to find a discard effect here. Modoc would be disgusting. We're 1 in 6 to draw. Well, 1 in 6 to draw the Modoc here. What's feeling best so far? We've only played 2 decks, but the other one felt very, very good. So I got to go with the Lockjaw deck to start with. Where are my stuff? So very unfortunate. Yeah, for sure, Soul by Design. Hopefully you find something that you like. You don't understand Wong in this deck or in general? I think we sadly have to risk this Collector being... maybe we don't. I'm glad Rainbow Flyer. This deck is sweet, and I'm hoping it's also good. Any news about the gold clawback sent via inbox? Not that I'm aware of, no. I woke up to stream, so I'm afraid if there's been any news, I've probably missed it. In this deck? Sure, so I'll explain it one more time. The thought process here is really... You basically want to set yourself up with Swarm, Apocalypse, or Helicarrier in hand. Wong in play. If you then play your Modoc, you do everything you want to do twice. So you make even more Swarms, make an even bigger Morbius, make an even bigger Collector. You know, because you refill with Helicarrier, discard it all, or you make more Swarms, discard them again. And that's basically the thought process. I think we lose here, unfortunately. Spider-Man here was pretty good. No Dracula, Modoc, or Helicarrier. Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to make this one a no-go. You will not be playing this deck to much success without those cards. Yeah, Modoc does do some nonsense with Ghost Rider and Hela. We've got a more traditional Hela list for a bit later today. It is on the docket and ready to go in a little bit. Mystique instead of the Collector? Yeah, we've got a version with Mystique to play in a little bit. I do think they're both very similar cards, so it would make sense to switch them if you wanted to. I think we're probably a little heavy on 2s, actually, for Colleen, so maybe it's a better card overall. Maybe you're just happier to play Mystique instead of Collector in this shell. Could definitely see that. Hey, Michael, thank you so much, my dude. I appreciate, like, words like that. It's feedback and comments like that that make it easier for me to keep on doing it. So, I appreciate you, thank you. Opponent with the Zabu coming on down on the Onslaught Citadel, which is probably pretty bad news. We do gain the brain, however. So this might be winnable. In fact, I think this is quite winnable. Depending on my opponent's turn here, I might actually snap. I think this is super, super good for us. Yeah, Coulter, the list that we have with Hela and Ghost Rider does in fact have Invisible Woman, yeah. Tough one, Flyer. Hard to know without knowing what the meta looks like right now. Yeah, this turn is kind of weak from my opponent. We might end up snapping here because I do think... That is pretty brutal design. I'm sorry to hear that. I do think this hand is pretty good here. Put it with their own Dracula into a 0. I think we beat this.
Oh, snap.
I think we beat this. Invisible Woman's very good in shells that want to keep their combos safe from things like Rogue, like Enchantress. Yeah, Invisible Woman, Modoc, Hela can definitely do some nonsense, for sure. So no thing on the Typhoid Mary. Unfortunately, the Morbius is going down, which is bad news, but we can work around it. Modoc will juice the hand. We gain some swarms. And we draw a Chavez. What lanes do you try and win here? It feels like we're coin flipping a bit. I feel like my opponent can fight me better in Oscorp Tower. Do I ever beat the Infinite anyway? If I don't beat the Infinite anyway, I shouldn't be trying. I don't think we beat a Shang-Chi. Maybe I talked myself into this. Yeah, okay, so I threw that game. I went too deep. Oh, well, okay, throw is probably not fair, but I overthought it. My brain was like, they have to be on Chavez Infinite, and they don't. They can be on other stuff. So that's super winnable if we just hold the APOC. But I overthought it and lost a game I didn't have to lose. And that's good to have on camera, because that goes to show you that you can go too far in trying to play around stuff, whereas to the point you just like lose the stuff that's pretty common as well. So good one to showcase for the sake of showing that you can just go way too deep. Again, way too deep probably isn't fair, but you can overthink it. That's how I would prefer to put it. So we know the next one isn't going to be movement, unfortunately, now, but I would like to see a buff to move in the future. Big agree. Into Hala here as well. Am I just discarding this Helicarrier? Probably, yeah. For sure, Michael, I couldn't agree more. I think a large part of the fun of the game is very much figuring out that kind of stuff. What's the next one? It's a card called Nimrod. If you want more information about it, you can go check it out on Marvel Snap Zone. We believe it is Nimrod coming next. So we set the Dracula up here. Opponent goes in on it.
It seems to run on
Brand
some
new
form of
subscribers
electricity.
coming in. Thank you very much, Justin Dorr and Rafik Farah. I appreciate you both. Welcome on into the channel. Glad you are enjoying the show. We're going to make a lot of swarms, chat. That's what we're going to do. What did you call me? You call me a Nimrod? Hey man, that's not funny. And so, do I think Nimrod will be good? Honestly, I have no idea. I've not really stopped to think about it in too much detail yet. (10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And except that we were probably losing the Surfer in Polaris anyway. Alright. Yeah, Sing Senpai, that's a thing that we are doing plenty of later, don't worry. That's kind of the thing that everyone is doing. So I'm not losing any sleep over it just yet. Damn. Pretty good Juggernaut there, unfortunately. That kind of blows. That felt very winnable. Little unlucky to lose that one. So we'll be doing some Invisible Woman nonsense a bit later, but we're trying a variety of things where we can. Is there something you can sub for Helicarrier? I think, unfortunately, it's pretty important to this version of the deck because you're playing Wong to enable it alongside all of these kind of like shenanigans to go with it. I think you can play a Modoc shell like this without Helicarrier, but it's probably not this one. I think you'd have to change some numbers a little bit and figure out what's what. This hand is just insane. What rank are we now? Like we just fell back below 74 because this deck has not felt quite as smooth as the other one so far. We've definitely had a bit of a rougher time of figuring it out. It has felt a little looser than the Lockjaw list we started on. That list felt great, and it wouldn't surprise me if we wanted to play more of that in the future. Wow, this hand is just really good, huh? Drawing the Apocalypse too. So really only looking for like the Collector or Morbius here, and our hand is kind of together. That also counts. Yeah, you can do some silly things with this shell for sure, Spider, but this one definitely feels more fragile than the other one in the sense that like Cosmo ruins this, Leech ruins this. There's definitely a good number of ways of interacting with what this is doing. It is definitely trying to be a bit more high-rolly. I'm definitely interested in trying Mystique to copy Morbius in some of these shells as well. The lists that are playing like Moon Girl and stuff to go a bit bigger, have a larger hand. I think there's a lot of different styles of shells you can try with these kind of cards. And that's very exciting.
Wind, aid
Storm.
my hand.
We can beat Storm pretty handily, I think. So we will lose the Wong here. We just want to get the Modoc on the go. Windmill through our hand again. With the big head. Opponent has plenty of plays here in Storm into the flooded area, so we might not be winning this. I am surprised that we lost that, but we did in fact do so. No flooded area win for us. Good God, what the hell? This is huge. It's so big. Opponent just takes the pass on the Sunspot. That's not great for us. That being said, again, this Morbius is just kind of very large. And so we get to go... We have to be able to beat an Infinite here, right? So we go Chavez Swarm and do it this way. I think we should be good a reasonable amount of the time with this 20 power APOC.
Thank you.
Curtis Auger and Michael O, thank you for the brand new subscriptions, folks. I appreciate you. Welcome on in to Marvel Snapstone's YouTube channel. Oh.
So, this all seems horrible.
Shang-Chi also a thing. Cosmo. Well, we beat Cosmo. Well, okay. We beat a Shang-Chi. No Infinite, just skipped 5 for power reasons. And skipping 5 for power reasons was not good enough. We have a big old fat Apocalypse to discard. And pick ourselves back up 4 cubes. Very cool. Let's give this Helicarrier a little bit of an upgrade. So it's not just sitting with no border in our deck.
Frame break.
We're not worried about Surfer there. Surfer's not making us lose any locations. We are good. Slowly completing these new season pass things as well. Get some credits. Very nice. Yeah, I get the feeling... I can only really go on initial impressions so far, but like... It feels like Modoc is a noticeable upgrade to these archetypes. Card is definitely strong in terms of just like what it's doing. Need one without Hela? We'll probably have some lists without Hela a bit later on, but...
Opponent snapped.
Common cards never roll good for sure, right? Opponent just immediately snaps. Why is Wong in this deck? So we are playing Wong in this deck to enable the ability to double Modoc. Essentially, you will find yourself in positions where you can have Helicarrier, Swarm, or Apocalypse in your hand. And Modocking twice is very beneficial to you. Essentially. Okay. I would definitely be having a better time if there wasn't so many Zabu gamers trying to just smash level up while this card is still disgusting. Patriot's a good one for the climb. Good luck out there, Rainbow. No worries, Michael. Happy to help. I think this is correct. Unsurprisingly, start of the season, just a number of people out here with Darkhawk on day 0.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
And getting ready to, you know, climb quickly. So I'm gonna get spidered again, I imagine. Yeah, I'm also pretty happy to see the nerf. Looks like there's a lot of people out in force that are here to just climb as quickly as they can. So I can actually get through this, right? This is still winnable. How's the climb? Not so bad, Ivan. Honestly, the card's been pretty fun. Oh, yeah, I lose to Zabu all the time. Like, all the time. So this Modoc discards 5 cards. Modoc's animation is like a solid 1 out, like a solid 10 out of 10. The animation's insane. Yeah. Opponent unfortunately had the Rock Slide and the double Darkhawk. You can tell the opponent has been playing this deck a lot. They have been playing this deck quite a lot. And again, this is fine. Like, it makes a lot of sense for people to be out here playing the clearly broken deck while they can still play the clearly broken deck. Because it's clearly broken. It's really good. Oh! Imagine discarding a Swarm to Sokovia. The value. Absolutely value-rific. Thank you for the extra copy of Swarm location. How does Modoc work with Dracula? In what way? Excuse me. Thank you for the free fuel, Sokovia. I appreciate you. Necrotia? Okay, we can work with this. Get some juice on the left of our hands. We gain a Helicarrier. Opponent with the Invisible Woman as well. Okay. We've gained a Collector. So I guess we're gonna go Collector Lady Sif. And we don't draw the Chavez, but that's fine. Why is Darkhawk a 4? Why is grass green? Why does chocolate pudding taste like that? This question and many more available at your local game store. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. So we are going to have to get a little lucky on this Dracula. Which is fine. I guess the bigger one probably should go over here. Spin the wheel. Opponent is indeed just going mid. So there's a Hela underneath here, I assume. Yep, opponent's just doing the thing. They get to do the whole Hela show. Very nice. And that's what you can do with Invisible Woman. We actually won that flip too, it did not matter. Cool, this one is definitely not as smooth as our friend Lockjaw so far. I think I'm taking one more game with this, and then I might move on to something else. Plenty of things to try out, which is cool. Hello, opponent. This one feels a little more loose. Nokia, unfortunately, is just not the card that it used to be. Which is sad, but fair. I've been very unimpressed by its abilities so far. Opponent likes our Morbius variant. I also like our Morbius variant. So this is pretty good for us here. Sadly, I think I have to stack these up in the same place. Opponent will Zabu. Still plenty of Zabu out there. We gained the APOC. That's pretty good. So let's make some swarms. Would love to draw Modoc here. Modoc would be essentially the perfects. Opponent with the 0 into a Tuma, sure. This Tuma variant's pretty cool. I like it. We've gained some swarms. Our collector has gone slightly larger. Hello. Well, if this is wrong, chat, I don't want to be right. Today on Spin That Wheel, it's time for the giant head. Ah, we've enabled the fast forward animation. Makes sense. Morbius is now very large. The collector is now very large. Oh. I wanted to check how many cards were in my opponent's hand. And I can't.
Opponent snapped.
It's kind of unfortunate. I think I challenged the Red Skull lane. Okay. Fast forward currently breaks the ability to see how many cards are in your opponent's hand. Well, that kind of sucks. I had no idea that was the case, and I guess I do now. Well, my opponent's Arnim Zola was not good enough.
Victory.
Can you guys see that, by the way? Let me just switch this over to deck list real quick so you can see it. Look at this 2 that's kind of an 8. It's a maximum of 2 cubes. Unless I put my mouse over it. And then it's 8 cubes. But if my mouse isn't on it, we won 2 cubes. So the secret to leveling up quickly in Marble Snap, if you want to rank up fast, just put your mouse on the cubes. And it will quadruple. Interesting. We go again. We'll take one more with this one. Oh. Okay, looking for some goodies to discard early here. Lucky Guela is not the best. We'll hold the Colleen Wing for now. How is Nakia in this deck? Unfortunately, it's been pretty crap. It has not been the best. TVA is also not the best. That makes me wish I'd played the Colleen. Morbius Wolverine, sure. Yeah, Nakia unfortunately has been pretty lackluster.
Time's up.
We gain nothing good. Am I just retreating from this because, like, good lord, this sucks. Yeah, I think I just let my opponent have my cube. Like, TVA go on TVA. It's gonna make me sad. It is what it is. I'll take one more real game with this deck, and then I am moving on. The TVA game doesn't really count. Excuse me, sorry. Oh. Okay. His hand is a bit mid. I think I want to try the ramp deck next. Modoc ramp. See how that one goes. Oh. How we doing, folks? Are we jamming away ourselves, playing some Modoc as well? Are we having a good night? Are we chilling out? What's the deal? Hopefully you're having a good time. Thank you for spending some time with me. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream so far. Max, I think it could be quite good for the shell, yeah. It's obviously a pretty powerful combo. Morph is pretty good against Modoc APOC on 6. It's quite funny. Hadn't really thought of that, but that is genuinely quite funny. So I think we missed a Sinister with the intention of Nakiering the Swarm, looking for a way to discard it. Opponent getting their discard on. Mojo World. I think we do this and try and draw. Kind of failing to draw a way of discarding Swarm right now. Is there a best pool 1 deck? There certainly is. We have a whole article over on the website, Midco, for best pool 1 decks. If you want to pop on over to marblesnapzone.com, you can go and look at all the best decks in pool 1 in a nice, well-written article over there. Big recommend. Welcome to the game. Hopefully you are enjoying it so far. Yeah, no Dracula's definitely a hard one, Coulter, I think. Dracula's quite good for these decks. Speaking of Dracula, I think I am going to extend it here. No worries, happy to help. Yeah, you probably don't want to morph into the same lane as the Dracula. But it is pretty good in another lane. Opponent takes the pass. We draw the Colleen. Alright. Modoc Helicarrier for sure, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it, video. I'm looking forward to playing it myself in a little bit. Should be a lot of fun. At least I hope it is. And we draw the Chavez. So how do we want to play this last
I
turn?
trusted someone I lost an eye.
Joseph Sharpenter, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Welcome on into Marvel Snap Zone. Thank you for joining the fun. So I think we just have to go swarm, swarm. It's a bit rubbish, isn't it? I think this is our best chance of winning the game. Oh, I wish we'd gone mid now. I assume my opponent was going to overextend into Mojo World. They didn't have to, apparently. So this actually might have won us the game because we beat the Deadpool. Hell yeah! Somehow played around Aero in a Deadpool deck.
Victory.
Managed to do so by swarming Mojo World so they couldn't move enough stuff out of it. Look at that. Hey Fresh Prince, how you doing? Hopefully all is well. Alright, let's switch it up. I want to try this ramp deck out. What can we do if we use Invisible Woman as a somewhat combo finish? We can also just ramp into big things. How does that go? So we gonna try this one. And we're gonna see how it goes. You'll always be my melody. Oh. It doesn't matter how many times I do these early access morning streams. Like 5:30 still hurts. What is this? Welcome to the chaos. This deck should be a lot of fun. Excuse me. This one should be sweet. Excuse me. So no turn 2 here, kind of blows. We do get to Electro on 3. Jubilee getting hit there kind of sucks bad. Murder World, however, is a good hit. So if we find the Hela now, we're doing all the nonsense, right? Happy to help, Ivan. Happy to help. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Opponent gets a Cerebro. We get a Lady Sif. I accept. This deck has a variety of play patterns, Max. You'll do a number of things where... Oh, okay, that is... So this is about to be one of the play patterns that you're about to see now, where we can set up the Invisible Woman into Modoc, into Hela play pattern. But also we'll have games where we just go like Electro or Wave into Captain Marvel, into Doctor Doom, into Magneto. So we can basically play both game plans. Is the thought process.
Snap.
Playing with the strong guy, very nice. So we set the Modoc behind this. We can even Iceman our opponent for fun. Playing with the 0, sure. Please no Cosmo, that's the hope. Cosmo will make me sad. Into our girl. No Cosmo, please and thank you. Opponent has the final turn Modoc themselves. Turns on the strong guy. We are going to eviscerate our stuff and then pull it all back. Magnet Man. Jubilee hits a Black Cat. Some Chavez. Look at that! The first game we play, you just go Invisible Woman, you stick a Modoc under it, and you stick a Heller under that. Smooth and buttery. That worked perfectly. That was basically exactly what we were hoping for. Get a little bit of icy. Good start, yeah, snaps easy. Step 1, have a plan. Step 2, do the plan. Step 3, profit. How long do I think it'll take me before I hit infinite? So we're a 4-week season this time around. So, I'll be completely honest with you, chat, because I try and pride myself on doing that. Like, I find the game gets very boring after I meet infinite, because I have nothing to aspire to anymore. So I normally try and take it slower so that I still have something to do. And that encourages me to kind of like brew and try out new things and throw a lot of cubes into the garbage. So I imagine I'll take my time, honestly, but mostly because I want to, not because I have to, but like, I don't enjoy ranking up fast. I think it makes the rest of the season quite boring for me. That arrow kind of sucks. So we are 1 in 4 to draw the Heller. I could hit it on this Jubilee. I think I would just like to Captain Marvel. Like, I'm not sure if that's a common thought process or whether I'm the outlier. But like, I've never felt the desire to try and make it to infinite fast because I'm just so bored afterwards. So this Magneto doesn't pull anything right now. Which is probably fine. I think we're supposed to do that in which case. This was a bit of a weird game. This was just wave into Doom, into Marvel, into Magneto, which is just fine. It's just not particularly exciting. Sentinel death for the opponent. Does the Moon Girl die? That's the important part. Get ruined, I guess. Don't get me wrong, the Captain Marvel had us covered there. The Captain Marvel was going to be able to move into the danger room and win that regardless. But it didn't have to, because my opponent's luck is awful. Up to 75 we go. Let's keep it ticking, huh? This one's been pretty cool so far. We did the thing game 1. Did the backup plan game 2. Pretty good showcase, all in all. L'Estrange Economy. Snap still easy, confirmed. Yeah. Don't mind getting a little bit icy early here. Step 1, have a plan. Step 2, forget the plan. Just win the game anyway. Play good cards. So we don't get to draw any 1-drops anymore, sadly. We will set up the Invisible Woman. Good morning, Luke. It's going well. I'm feeling the hours in my eyes at this point. It's definitely hard to look at the screen now. Beyond that, doing pretty good. This Electro not revealing itself kind of blows chunks, but we'll manage. Might see me. Good luck out there, Max. This one's sweet. Do I risk hitting the Modoc? Yeah, probably. It's a bit anticlimactic if it happens, but it's probably correct. Opponent playing some dino-y goodness over there. Some nice variants and stuff too. What does our Jubilee find? And is it the big man? He's gone! My hand is evaporated. Okay, we need to find the Hela. That is not a Hela. And now we're going to draw the Chavez, which means that was not the best Jubilee. Opponent will aero, that's fine. Black Cat's a pretty sweet one in this deck, I think, yeah. Sadly, I don't know if this Chavez is good enough. Yeah, pretty sad. I feel like there's a dino in our future here. And we don't beat a dino. Think I'm probably retreating. Unfortunate to hit the Modoc there on the Jubilee, but it's going to happen sometimes. And that's okay. That is A-okay. We've played enough ongoing cards to secure that one at this point. If this wins the next officially tier, well, no. No, we had to retreat there. What's the best version of the Modoc deck I think I've played so far? We're only a couple games into this one, but I still go with the first deck we played tonight so far. So we lose the Black Cat here, which is fine. I think the Lockjaw deck is my favorite so far. It felt very good and was climbing pretty quickly. So I would recommend that one probably. Opponent will Corgus on 1. So we're definitely going to Jubilee into the Rock. Which is fine. On the other hand, this deck loves you. No. Opponent definitely has a dino there. Too often. Okay, well this hand is going to be set up and ready to go, assuming we don't get interacted with. Having success with the previous deck. The previous deck was sweet. Previous deck was definitely sweet. So I think we snap here. Do I have lists for these decks somewhere? So most of these lists came directly from the 2 articles that went up on Marvel Snap Zone today. There is one called Decks to Try on Day 1 for Modoc, and one that's a Modoc Theory Craft. And basically all of these were in those 2 deck lists, those 2 articles. So you can go find them in those. Thank you, Coulter. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out and having a good time. Alright. The big head. Goes behind the invisible woman. Also, you want to look at a good-looking card, chat? Look at this. Black sparkle on the Magneto now. Sweet variant. Ruh-roh. Opponent with the Dark Hawk and the Mystique for the Dark Hawk. If we got double spidered, we got double spidered. It was going to be pretty unfortunate, but there's not a lot we could do about it. It's time to spin the wheel. Do we want this Iceman to go anywhere in particular? Probably just here. Yeah, the nerf not turning up with this patch is a bit of a shame. Big Rock Slide. Big Absorbing Man. Can we beat all of this? I think we can. Modoc, send my hand into the abyss. Revive. Revive. Thank you.
Victory.
So my opponent went Korg on 1, Zabu on 3, Dark Hawk on 4, Rock Slide, Shuri, BS on 5. Like, they did all the things the Dark Hawk deck wants to do. Did it matter? No. Get in a box. Get in a box. Very nice. Eat that, Dark Hawk. Get out of here. Subterranea is not what I had in mind. It's definitely doing it. This deck is sweet. Deck is sweet. So we lose the Black Cat. That's fine by me. Bodied. Yeah, Magneto was pretty good there. My opponent can have a rock. Most importantly, my opponent can then have another rock. Swapped Iceman for Sunspot. It's probably fine. I always feel like Iceman is secretly busted with the amount of games that it wins you. Oh boy! Rocks! Deck decides that you never lose. Exactly. Captain Marvel, you have been contacted. Opponent will brood. I think we probably lose this one. We can hella back a Black Cat, or we can Doctor Doom. Neither of which I think are actually good enough to win this game. Subterranea. A fun and interactive location.
Escaped.
That makes me have interesting decision points that I have to think about and carefully consider before moving on to the next game. What an exciting, well-designed location. Thank you, Subterranea. Thank you, Subterranea. We love you. My opponent would like to Spider-Man emote me, which is fine. Black Cat's going to the bin. That one is ready and away. Do I have Helicarrier? I do. Yes. We bought it today to play on the stream. What's my best Modoc deck until now? The very first deck we played on the stream. The Lockjaw Modoc deck is my favorite so far. But this deck's felt pretty good too. So we'll wait and see. Iceman's really good, yeah. I very much agree that Iceman is kind of crackers. Opponent will Quake. We will Gamora, which is a much better result than this. Okay, I think we just send in the Doctor. We're just a ramp deck right now. Opponent will miss the negative. We can Captain Marvel. Is Helicarrier pull 4? It is, yes. I wouldn't have bought it if it was a Series 5 card. But we got ourselves to exactly 3,000 tokens on Modoc release day, and it was in my shop, and I was like, oh, go on then. It was a bit too poetic to be true. Joe, it's okay. You don't have to apologize for that. Basically, the only reason all caps isn't allowed is because we get a lot of bots in the stream that are promoting, shall we say, some less than savory stuff. So as a result, I have to put the bot in place to make sure those links don't come through. It will only ever time you out for 5 seconds the first time round. Don't worry about it. It's not like a punishment. It's just a case of like, I gotta stop the bots, basically. That is all it is. I would really like to have caps just be fine, but we get too many bots. Opponent's out of here.
Victory.
Fruity. Very, very nice. This deck's been pretty smooth so far. Black Cat's been a bit meh. Just because we haven't really had the chance to heller it back very often, but we'll see. Atalan is fine. Black Cat into the abyss. Away you go. Limbo. Limbo is probably pretty good for this deck, I would think. We have drawn the Modoc. Okay. So opponent on some Patriot goodies over there, which means we can pretty safely wave. Sakar's really good for us. Opponent gets a free Patriot, we get a free Captain Marvel. We are pretty safe to wave here, I think. Hey, run and gunning, yeah, I noticed we played against the same person twice, and I noticed that you seemed to know who I was, so thank you for the games, buddy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm sure ChatGPT will just kill me and leave me in an alleyway somewhere around the back of London. Oh, chat, it's February of 2023, and Atalan is still broken. All good. GG's indeed. Thank you for the games. So I think we just send in the good doctor. The good doctor seems good here. Blue marble for the opponent. So I have to assume our opponent is still surfing while the surfing is good. The Modoc here. So we're actually dead to draw the Hela because of America Chavez. So I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go Iceman Jubilee, because if we hit the Hela, we get a Black Cat at least. Yeah, it's a really long animation. Sadly, we can hit the Invisible Woman, which is a bit poop. Which we do, which is, of course, kind of poop. So we draw the Chavez. Opponent snaps. Kind of want to get out of here. I don't think we are winning this. Yeah, I am going to leave. Excuse me, chat. Sorry. Your boy is still unwell. All Gucci. All right, so we have everything we need except for the Invisible Woman to do the big finish. So Kappa, this list is very much trying to play 0 other discard cards. Like you do not want to. You're basically a ramp deck if you don't draw Modoc. And you never want to discard if you do draw Modoc. Never want to discard otherwise if you do draw Modoc. I'm glad, Michael. I'm glad you're finding them useful. We try our best. Thank you for the kind words. Oh, you'd much rather just ramp out big idiots than discard them otherwise. So we'll wave here. And because there's a dark dimension, I think we're just snapping. Because we get to do dumb stuff.
Oh, snap.
Okoye Lockjaw animation still foobar. I'm not surprised by that, unfortunately. Hopefully they manage to fix it sometime soon. Don't forget, folks, if you are watching and you want to support the stream, you can do that without spending a single penny. All you got to do, press that like button for me. Just go and press the upwards thumb. It helps us reach more people, helps making me getting up at 3 AM worth it. Helps me being here playing games at 6 AM worth it. It really does help, and keeps me in a job. So, thank you to everyone who does exactly that. So I think we're going to play the captain. Excuse me. Probably should have played the captain into Helicarrier actually, because if it moves to Kunlun it gets a bonus. So that was probably just wrong. But spin the wheel. We will indeed go for the big brain into Hela play. Well, head into Hela play. No Cosmo, please. That is not a Cosmo. I'm sorry to hear that, Steven. Sadly, we lose mid. That's pretty... Oh, no, never mind. Never mind, ignore me. Imagine losing a location, chat. Imagine losing a location just ever. At any point. How about we just win them all? Because
Victory.
fuck you, that's why. Man. Like that punch definitely feels fragile. The Invisible Woman Modoc Hela line can be interacted with so easily. Like all your arrows, your magnetos, your cosmos, your enchantresses, there's so many ways of shutting it down. But oh god, when it works, it's really hard to beat that. Oh fuck! What the? Imagine playing an Electra in the third location there. What a joke. Imagine just clean sniping my Iceman. The only one cost card in my deck. What a joke. Yeah, people will learn to expect it, I think. Got him. So we're looking for the Hela here. I think we are... Are we waving? I think we are waving. Opponent gets all rickety. Thankfully we clear the Ant-Man out. Everyone's brewing for sure. For sure, everyone's trying new stuff. That's the fun of it. So we'll set the Doom under here. We get one more shot at the Hela. One more shot at the Hela.
Opponent snapped.
Opponent snapped. Why? So we know we're drawing a Chavez. I'm genuinely curious about what this is. What is my opponent doing? Like, I'm just supposed to do this, right? Like, if I lose these cubes, so be it, I guess. Like, I have no idea what's happening. Well, they play the Chavez. The Chavez just doesn't matter. It dies with the Doombot, right? What was this game? Okay, so actually, it's good to know that doesn't happen.
Victory.
Invisible Woman happens after the Rickety Bridge, but it didn't matter because of Morag anyway. What a weird game. Alright. Sure, I guess. I did actually think Rickety Bridge exploded there, but we won anyway, thankfully. Alright, looking for the Invisible Woman to do the nonsense. This was just a Battle Pass update by the looks of it, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Opponent snapped.
I mean, I have to retreat now. Opponent snaps and my combo just gets turned off by a peak. Goodbye.
Escaped.
Benjamin, it is a mobile game, my friend. If you have to come into a chat of a content creator who's having a good time at 6 in the morning with a brand new card and complain to that content creator, I think this might not be the game for you, friend. You might be better off going somewhere else. We will lose the Black Cat. Sure. I do think Modoc could have some synergy with Strong Guy, yeah. I think there's probably a deck in there somewhere. Onslaught Citadel is mostly fine. We are just going to Electro here. Initial Gut Call. Rank Modoc with the other Season Pass cards. Okay, so below Zabu, below Silver Surfer, below Wave. Might be next, though. No Invisible Woman here is pretty sad, honestly. Yeah, I'm putting it behind Wave Surfer and Zabu. Might be above Panther, might be above Miles Morales. It's kind of my initial thinking. Not what it sounded like? Okay, sure. In which case I appreciate that maybe it came across wrong. In which case, Benjamin, I'm sorry. I apologize that you've been charged for a battle pass that you haven't received. I had some issues to start with too. I'm sorry that's the case for you. Hopefully you can get that sorted out really soon, because that sucks. I think we try and Magneto the Brood out on the final turn.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, intend on yanking the Brood over. Yeah, you can understand how it came across in chat. I assume they're having some issues with support. I appreciate you being mature about it, my dude. Yeah, Regal, some of the potential nerfs, well, some of the apparent nerfs have been leaked. So you can check out what's happening, if you like.
Victory.
But no, I fair enough, Ben. Thank you for being the way that you are about that. No nerfs on Surfer Zabu yet, no. I would have been very pissed off if I'd woken up at 3 o'clock and not been able to play. Appreciate you, Ben. Thank you. I really hope that gets resolved for you soon. If you haven't spoken to support yet, I do recommend doing so. They are normally pretty good at turning that kind of stuff around. But I understand their frustration. So hopefully it gets fixed for you soon, my dude. Yeah, apparently the changes to Surfer and Zabu have been data mined. So if you particularly care, you can go check them out. We'll wave here. Okay. So I've got one shot at drawing the Hela to do everything.
Opponent snapped.
Am I about to get Galactus? How many lists have I tried so far? This is list 3, I think. Support's been pretty good for me. I can only speak about my own experiences, of course, but any time that I've had problems with support, they've been pretty good for the most part. I think I'm just going to Captain Marvel here. It's tempting to Invisible Woman start for the Hela, but Modoc Jubilee for the 1 in 3. That might have been better, actually. That may have been the line. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I like that, actually. That might have been correct. But yeah, no ETA on changes yet, as far as I'm aware. We'd have got there, too, as well. Do I have a card up to play me? Not right now. We're mostly just trying out new Modoc decks at the moment.
Enough said, bub.
Opponent making some swarms. No APOC there, by the looks of it. That is very unfortunate. I guess we're playing a Chavez. That did not go how I planned. So we win this, right? No, we don't. Oh my god, Dracula, why are you a stain? My brain was like, yeah, it's fine. Captain Marvel just moves. That's not how that works. Because she doesn't move. We're already winning, so she doesn't move. So that's my own fault. That's tired. That's tired. HowlingMines forgetting how his cards works. Have I got a Modoc Intelli? Yes, yeah, we've done it a couple times. And when it works, it's really good. It is a bit fragile. It is definitely a bit fragile. But when it works, it is certainly good. Yeah, I think this is our third list of the night. Yes, Anthem. Those are the data mined changes. For the record, for the future, just be careful posting stuff like that in chat in case people are trying to avoid it. I always try and direct people off to other sources on it, just in case people that are hanging out don't want to see it yet. Yeah, it's timestamps, like, and I know it works that way. I just had a brain fart. Have we seen many Cosmos? Yeah, we walked into a Cosmo pretty early on. I think it's happened twice. It's not been too many Cosmos because obviously people are trying out new stuff. So there's less than you would think. Yeah, Captain Marvel checks if you can win the game and doesn't move because you already are, and then Dracula triggers so you lose. It's unfortunately how that one works. It's okay, Anthony. That's why I'd rather mention it. Like, again, I understand that 99.5% of people already know, have seen the data mine, don't care. No problem. No problem at all. But there might well be a handful of people that do care. So, you know. Would rather accommodate in those spots if possible.
Friendly neighborhood
We get
Spider-Man.
spidered on 5. That's okay, we can work with that. So do we Magnet Man or do we just Shang-Chi? I think I just Shang-Chi. Opponent then Shang-Chi's me. And we win 2 lanes, right? I'm glad you agree, Anthem. Thank you. Modoc's been really fun. I'll be honest, I was definitely a bit concerned about this card being super linear. Because, like, how do I put this? Like, it obviously does one thing. It does one thing well. I'm not sure how many shells it would fit into. But honestly, we've been able to do a variety of different things with MODOK, and the cards felt pretty good in basically all of them, which is really exciting. I hope this one continues to impress me. I would like that. Plot twist: no one came here for a spoiler, and we'll try. Look, Kappa, like, if that's the case, cool. I accommodated no one, but I also didn't offend anyone, right? Like, that even if there is no one here, fuck off, dude. Even if there's no one here that cares, this is still the right choice. Like, it's not like I should be upsetting anybody by asking people to not post it in chat. We can talk about it, but like, just don't post it in chat. It's not that big of a deal, you know? That's a really unfortunate armor. I won't retreat until the cube cost increases, but that armor kind of sucks. You for one are happy that we're not talking about it? Exactly. No worries, Stephen. Take care of yourself, my dude. Get a good night's rest. I look forward to seeing you again soon. No, I'm not playing games at the moment, Chemist. Yeah, like, it's not a big deal. Which is exactly why we can do it, right? It's not like it's causing me any cripplingly extra effort to accommodate, right? If we eat the second spider, we eat the second spider. We do not. Okay, that's cool. Not a ton, honestly, Mark. I haven't had much of a chance to look as much as I kind of wanted to. Are we just dooming here? What Jubilee hits have we got? Invisible Woman, Black Cat. Yeah, not great. I think we're just dooming.
Opponent.
Okay, well, we're probably retreating if that's the case.
Escape.
Yeah, it is nice to see a season pass card not be completely cracked. like out of the gate. I very much agree. Very much agree. But yeah, I look forward to... So I've taken a brief look at Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Master Mold, a few others. Like I'm interested enough in those cards, but I haven't really thought about their applications yet. I haven't got that far. Is Zabu Shuri Strong Guy Hellcow Modoc a good show? Probably, yeah, but it depends on whether the leaked Zabu data mine is correct. If it is, that deck gets a bit worse, I think. But okay, this is fine. Dark Dimension's actually really good for us here if we can find the Hela. Well, now it isn't, because Dream Dimension absolutely craps on my dreams. Electro can get us out of that again, however. You want to play this card and anything that allows you to do so more efficiently is a plus in your books. Fair enough. A lot of respect for that. No Hela just yet. So I'm going to stick this in the Dark Dimension in case we find it. As we are 1 in 5. That kind of sucks. So no Hela this game. Modoc Dracula APOC deck to start this month's climb, but you've now not drawn Apocalypse. Oh dear. Yeah, drawing APOC is pretty important. This is a nice black cat, it certainly is. Look at that. Quite a nice variant. Opponent with their own Electro. What is going on the other side of the table here? I'm scared and confused. Okay, yeah, Kappa, I still think the card's good. I 100% still think new Zabu will see play. I just think it results in less, like, stupid high rolls, right? Opponent had Morbius Modoc underneath.
Higher, further, faster.
Higher,
baby.
further, faster, baby. Good morning, Calamari. How are you? Definitely not a bot that emoted me. Definitely not a bot. Hopefully all is well with you, Calamari. Thank you for stopping in. So I got one more deck I want to try tonight. Well, this morning. Good God, it's early. So I will switch to it probably after this game, I imagine. But this one's felt really reasonable. I could definitely see us playing more of this in the near future. Jotunheim. Okay. Stack the Invisible Woman up. I mean, they're nowhere near as good, Kappa, right? Because you can never play 3 4-cost cards on turn 6, right? You just actually can't do it. Unless I'm missing something. Well, I'm snapping. I shouldn't have snapped it. And I realized too late.
Enough said, bub.
Zabu into Mystique. Okay, if we drew Zabu into Mystique every single game, then sure, we're going to do plenty of winning. Yeah, I realized like 3 seconds too late, Lou. Did I misread your comment? Like, I'm not sure about half the time is a fair assumption for drawing Mystique and Zabu in the same hands. It seems like that's less than half the time, or at least it should be. So I think the plan now has to be wave. Yeah, I screwed up, and that's fine. Like, again, I acknowledge that I'm the one who made the mistake there. Yes, Fong, it will. Because I definitely balls that up. And that's fine. Again, the Hollow was definitely the punish there, but that's on me. Helicarrier being discarded here is pretty good for the opponent. So, yeah, I believe it does. To my knowledge, it does. This Magneto is doing a whole lot of nothing, so we are getting out of here. Okay, that one's on me. Totally spaced on Hala existing. You see how the high roll is to say, yeah, for sure. Like I see how the high roll is going to be the same kind of play patterns, but I'm not sure you have that many games where you have Zabu on 2, Mystique on 3, and still enough 4-cost stuff to play on turn 6 without, like, I guess specifically Moon Girl. They'll still exist for sure, but I definitely see Zabu being more of a, like, Zabu on 3, 4-cost on 4, 2 4-costs on 6. It makes Sarah way better in those decks, though, in fairness. Does make Sarah a lot better with Zabu. Like, a lot better. So we lose the Black Cat. Sure. Excuse me. So this should be a fairly safe spot to put this for now. Unless I want to double Electro. Alright, we'll take the risk. This location sucks. I think the deck probably just plays Zabu, Mystique, and Serra, and sometimes it will happen. But not very often. Bruh, that peak sucks. Alright, well, I guess now I'm supposed to do this. Super Electro, that's the plan. So we stick the Jubilee underneath the Invisible Woman so that if we don't draw the Hela, we've got another shot at it. Basically. If we draw it, we just put it underneath it anyway, it doesn't matter. Cool.
Snap!
Load the gun. Excuse me. Opponent now knows what's coming, and that's fine. They will Professor X. You got it.
Opponent snapped.
Do I lose this? I don't feel like I lose this. Yeah, this has just got to be a bot, right? This has to be a bot snap. Very nice.
Victory.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Absorbing Man not being a thing anymore is probably for the best. Or less of a thing. You're not going to build around it, are you? Alright. Excuse me. Let's switch to the last deck that I wanted to try out tonight. Actually, this is not the last deck, but it's going to be the last one I get time to play, I think. Yeah, double Odin doing nothing is far too strong. This is the one that's going deep in the tank. This is very much the one that is the most ambitious of the bunch. How big can you make your Morbiuses? How big can you make your Morbiuses? Let's find out. Let's find out. You have a small problem that the opponent's Daredevil is able to see what you are playing behind Invisible Woman. I agree that it would be nice if it still hid your card. Well, Bar with No Name is really not what we were hoping to see, but sure. It plays Goose, so you already love it. Fair enough. Okay, we have gained a Morbius. Inaudible Woman. That's so good. Second dinner. Can I please get the Inaudible Woman card, please? So opponent looks to be on Cerebro 2. Okay. Not very big, actually. Opponent will storm.
Aid my hand.
Okay. Do we put up a fight for that? I actually don't mind putting up a fight for that. Seems reasonable. Fight unfortunately lost. Thankfully, Modoc did not eat the Iceman. They are indeed a Cerebro deck. So we are going to look to... spin the Modoc. Yeah, the Goose is really good. I love this Goose.
Enough said, bub.
The Wolverine lands on the side there for 12. And with Chavez. So if this is... Nice, Mark. Congratulations. So if this is... Yeah, this is very much about making multiple big Morbiuses. Moon Girl and Mystique should give you more copies of Morbius. If this is... So we know they have the Cerebro. If it's Cerebro Mystique, this ends up being plus 4, 8 here, which is still only 12. So I think we stick around. Yeah, this one is very much all about Morbius. And whether we can abuse Morbius. Does any 2 win? 6, 8. Any 2 does win, right? No, we win this on breakers, right?
Victory.
Yeah, we're good on breakers. We don't lose to a 2 because we win mid with Chavez. Is the hood just for Moon Girl? Mostly, yeah. I wanted something else that felt like it was worth copying. And you have plenty of space because you can just shred your hand away with Modoc. So it's very much just an alternative thing to double up with the Moon Girl. Yeah, we win that by a point. Which is, of course, all you need. But... Alright. Wolverine buff apparently coming in clutch. Sakaar gives us a white queen. Deal. I have gained the Thanos. Interesting. Do I really want a Thanos? Not really. Okay, we're looking for our friend Morbius. Machine World. Well, that's not bad. The juice is loose. The juice is horribly, horribly loose. Okay. Okay, we do find the Morbius on time. That's pretty nice. So we'll hide it behind the goose. Look to set up the big brain. Or the big head. Why do I keep calling him a brain? Modoc is not a brain. Why do I keep saying that? Alright. Please send my hand into the Shadow Realm and make a large Morbius. No Mystique this game, no Moon Girl this game, but we still get to Chavez on 6. And incinerate a Wolverine, who will fly somewhere too. So we know opponent has Thanos in hand, we got to be able to beat Thanos on the final turn of the game. This is definitely a deck I could see wanting Zabu as well, to be honest, as sad as that is. Opponent in the tank. They move the arrow into Tinkerer's workshop, sure.
Enough said, bub.
I assure you it's contained. Well, I'm glad to hear that. The Wolverine flips mid. We can just Chavez. And so Chavez at the moment adds 7, so we tie with a pass, which is okay. Thanos adds less than a pass. Thanos also ties. So I think this is fine. What the fuck? Excuse me? Since when was this deck playing the Infinite? I was like, we can beat a She-Hulk, that's okay. We do not beat an Infinite. We do not beat an Infinite. That one not winnable. Okay, well now we know our opponent has an Infinite in their deck. Night, Joe. Now we know there's an Infinite in their deck. Oh. Alright, folks, I am definitely starting to flag, so we'll see how much longer I last, but we are now approaching 6:30 in the morning, and it is definitely starting to catch up with me a little bit. Where do we want this goose to go? Probably doesn't matter. Opponent's archetype is... But to be fair, maybe it did matter. Like, maybe it was fine to play this over in the 3rd location. Yeah, the backup plan's real. Backup plan makes a lot of sense. I don't hate it. Well, now I kind of just want to turbo some stuff into Plunder Castle before we inevitably lose Plunder Castle. Maybe we're losing it anyway. Yeah, Infinite cares not for the Power Stone. Infinite could not care less. Let's go for it this way, I guess. But it will stop the Bifrost shifting, sure. Nidavelli is pretty good for them. So we find our Morbius, but no MODOK yet. So I guess this is where we are. Looking for MODOK. Not finding MODOK. Now we're turned off. We don't get to MODOK ever. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Opponent playing Cosmo too. I think we're just out of here. Don't think we win this either. Opponent's deck's super interesting.
Escaped.
All kinds of interesting card choices going on over there. Very curious. Mirror Dimension. Yeah, imagine carrying out rocks the size of a pop, like a ring pop. Couldn't be our boy the Infinite. Okay, let's get the Quinjet on the go. Oh. For the final time tonight, folks, thank you very much for hanging out. I really appreciate you. Hopefully you have been enjoying the show. If you haven't already, please do me a small favor and like this stream. Just go press the button. It really does help in making us reach more people, create more content, keep doing all the stuff that you appear to be enjoying. So please do let YouTube know that we're doing a good job. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to Marvel Snap Zone. That makes my job a lot easier too. Make sure that you're not missing out on content that you may enjoy. Last but not least, of course, you can become a member. If you want to support the channel, get that little badge next to your name. Put some money back into Marvel Snap Zone. I take no money from tips, no money from subscriptions whatsoever. None of it goes to me. It all goes right back into the website to make the website better, run tournaments for you guys, prize support, that kind of stuff. So every single bit helps. So thank you to everyone who does exactly that. So we're gonna go Moon Girl into Demon Modoc here, right? Alright. The blue raspberry Infinity Stone. Oh, my favorite. Interesting. I don't Demon because I didn't have space. My bad. So I don't think we beat this Infinite, unfortunately. But we can give it a good go. Chain through a Morbius. No, Mugo, it's okay. I miscounted my hand. As I said, I'm definitely tired at this point. Sadly not, Luke. Sadly not. Thank you for the brand new subscription, Crit. I appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. So my opponent can't play 4s into Crimson Cosmos, right? So I'm just supposed to Chavez here. And hope the 10 mid is good enough. That is kind of the plan. It's on me. I miscounted there and was like, yeah, I get a second demon. I just don't. There we go. Good enough.
Victory.
Modoc chaining out some Wolverines after doubling them on a Moon Girl. Gonna be enough to win us that game. Very, very cool. This deck's doing some really sweet things, actually. Again, I've been pleasantly surprised by just how many different things there is to do with MODOK. Like, these decks are playing like 7 or 8 of the same cards, but they all feel fundamentally very different. And that's really exciting. Chupacabra, I think the card's genuinely good enough already. I'm really impressed so far by how flexible it feels. I think I can see myself playing a lot more discard decks in the future. That's a bit unfortunate. Think I take the pass. Just discard your hand before you Moon Girl, of course. It can break a lot of interactions if you hit your hand cap by discard. That is so dumb. Admittedly, that's not good. I would like to see that get fixed. Alright, looking for the MODOK. I think for now, I intend to Moon Girl on 4. Take care of yourself, Michael. Have a good one, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. That might also work. Opponent snaps. Are we going anywhere? So the problem is if we Moon Girl, we can never draw MODOK, which kind of sucks. I think I'm hanging out. Snap is interesting. Not sure what snap means. We gain a dino. They Moon Girl, sure. They still haven't fixed Absorbing Man. That sounds problematic. Sadly, I can't Dino Moon Girl. That would be pretty disgusting. I probably am just supposed to Dino there. Opponent went right with theirs. That's unfortunate, Brandon. I just like that. That's not an intuitive interaction. Okay, so we can. Opponent's got 7 cards in their hand, so our Dino is always going to be a bit smaller. They did Moon Girl, so we know they have a second Dino. So I think we're boned. Because I can't Dino plus Moon Girl. Yeah, alright, I'm out.
Escaped.
Yeah, this executes left to right for sure, but obviously with discarding your whole hand, it's not as intuitive that stuff doesn't work when you want it to. Not super intuitive. It makes some sense, but not like only after you've done it, right? Not beforehand. Interesting. We have gained a Limbo. Limbo's okay. We can work with Limbo. Oh. Excuse me. Okay, we found the Morbius. Probably going to hold on to the Morbius for now. Try and find Moon Girl or Mystique. Wow, that is a disgusting Electra. Why are we seeing so many Electras today? But screw you, Electra. Who needs Quinjet when you can just roll Quinjet as a location? Imagine. All right, let's make some Morbiuses, I guess. Double Dino Moon Girl is always an awfully sweet one, and likely will be for the rest of time. Alright, looking for the MODOK for the real flex. The Moon Girl here wouldn't be bad either. Isn't it fitting that I play the Morbid Time deck in the morning time? Yes. Absolutely. So our Morbiuses have sadly been moved over. Very much looking for a Modoc here. We gain a Magneto. We also find a Moon Girl, sure. In which case, I think we're going to have to go Cosmo to keep our stuff safe. Moon Girl? Crazy Electras normally mean bots. I can see that. Looking for our boy Modoc. Magnet Man, thankfully, not doing a whole lot here. I've gained a Chavez. So we're going to go... pull the 3s and 4s, I guess. Excuse me. So when you discard Wolverine, you get 4 power randomly placed as opposed to discarding Swarm and getting 6 power wherever you want. I mean, yes, but we don't normally have the board space for multiple Swarms in this deck. Also, we can make multiple Wolverines in our hand a bit more easily with Moon Girl than we can Swarm. No dice on the Modoc. I guess it's just 12-12 here. I guess it's going to be... yeah, it's got to be this way, right? 12-12. Best we can do. No Modoc there really sucks. Sure. Fine by me. Yeah, 3-mana Dino is still a good card. 3-mana Dino is still in fact a rather good card. Excuse me. Cool. All right. Okay. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this very early morning stream. My eyes are really starting to hurt now, but we're gonna do the old open some caches to finish the stream. So if you have a prediction about what we're gonna open in our collector's caches, get it in my chat. Let me know what you think we're gonna open. We are probably opening 1 collector's reserve to finish the night, assuming we can level sign to get there. So let me know what you think we're gonna crack open, and we will level up some nonsense to finish the evening. What have we got sitting ready to go? Not a lot at this point, honestly. Let's turbocharge this goose. Shuri forever. We already have Shuri, so that's definitely not going to happen. 500 tokens. That would be nice. I am currently out of tokens, so every little helps. We have broken 5,500 collector level, which is quite impressive. Spider-Man variant? I can see Spider-Man variant. Spider-Man variant would be cool. Minimum credits. No, I already have Shuri. I bought it from the token shop. You're all good. You're all good. Okay, so we have a reserve. I don't think we're getting to another one. No, definitely not. Coulson? Coulson would be great. I would love that. Thank you, Anthem. Let's go. What a horribly boring way to end the stream. Heimdall Avatar PogChamp. Well, folks, thank you very, very much for hanging out and enjoying the traditional release stream for a Season Pass card. Modoc looks really sweet. It looks like it's going to be a card that you can expect to see plenty of on the Marvel Snap Ladder. It's been a lot of fun to play with so far. If you haven't already, do make sure you subscribe to Marvel Snap Zone for me so you can check out more content in the very near future. I will be back with a video tomorrow. I'm back with another live stream on Wednesday at 6:30 PM GMT. But until then, I have been HowlingMines. You've been amazing. And this has been Marvel Snap Zone. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.